beer is free.
Oh,
You're
baby.
only renting it from me.
Come with me, and you'll be in a world of pure imagination. Take a look, and you'll see into your imagination. We'll begin with a spin, traveling in the world of our creation. What we'll see will defy explanation. If you wanna view paradise, simply look around and view it. Anything you want to do it. Wanna change the world? There's nothing to it. We'll begin with a spin, traveling in the world of our creation. What we'll see will defy explanation. If you wanna view paradise, simply look around and view it. Anything you want to do it. Wanna change the world?
The People's Champion, Etep Watch out for the medallions. My diamonds are reckless. It feels like a midget is hanging from my necklace.
We'll begin with a spin, traveling in the world of our creation.
Oh, ladies and gentlemen, it is I, it is he, it is me, P-double-D-E, Temple, cooing in the place to be reviews. Right here with all of yous, Wednesday night going rogue, episode 29, the People's Champion. I said it before, I'll say it again. Watch out for the medallions. My diamonds are reckless. It feels like your mama's hanging from my necklace. Where's Harrison Ford when I need him? We got a big show planned tonight. Been day drinking. I can't get through my intro. Let's get this thing started. Let me kick it over to my co-host, Tony Tone Deaf.
Ladies and gentlemen, it is the world's wokest warrior, primitive-sided, toxic fanboy aligned with the like-minded. Tony Tone Deaf, rocking with you. We're day drinking here, the place to be reviews. What's up, everybody out there in the chat? I want to see a drink in your hand. If you've already been drinking, get behind the wheel, get to this. No, don't do that. But what's up, everybody? Good to see you. Looking forward to a great show. This hump day is almost over, so to end it with style, with a little dignity and grace.
You know, and that's one thing one can never acquire is grace, according to the one lady on Seinfeld. But that's neither here nor there. So let me kick it over to the Phantom Menace Vampire.
Hey everybody, it's AngelousDraven, vampire of the Fandom Collective. I kind of changed that. I'm not really doing the Fandom Menace thing anymore, just because I feel like there's an evolution with that going on. So independent is way to be. So yeah, let's have a good show tonight.
Absolutely, brother, absolutely. And joining us for the very first time this evening, he is making his brave first appearance here. Ladies and gentlemen, give it up for our guest, Tim Possible.
What's up, everyone? How's it going? Thank you for having me. By the way, that singer, man, she's great.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
That band is called Hearing Shapes. That is probably one of my favorite covers I've ever heard. That is, I love that damn song. That is like the song of the channel now. What's up? Look at this. We got Flipped Out in the chat. Hey, brother. Hey, wait, hang on a second. I gotta go over and do it. Wait, I mean, Hail to you, comrade Ivan Toucher Tits, from me, Yuri Grabovich, at Communist United News Transmission Service, CUNTS. There you go. There's the Russian deal. We got to do another one of those videos, Flip, for real, homie. We got to do another Russian video. That was a hit. Salvador, he says, "Oh shit, Kylo Ren is here." This dude does it, man. He does the Kylo gimmick. He does the Kylo gimmick without the emo, and it's all good. It was fun when you came on the Orville show that first time, and he had the lights going and shit. I'm just like, oh, this is cold. This is cold. He's already better than freaking Adam Driver at this shit. Let's see. Wait, he says, "Oh, Parrot had asked Tim, you're not doing the Kylo bit tonight."
It's
Goku
early.
tonight.
It's early. Yeah, Son Goku.
It's early tonight.
Instant transmission in here.
Mm-hmm.
Hail, Flip, hail, comrade, CUNTS. Hail, brother, hail. All right, so we've got, Frank Shawhan in the Wiener Dog Clan, superfan Adam Shawhan, Flipped Out, Parrot Head, Keely Chow, the Don Salvador, Brutal Morning Wood up in the house. Nano Reaper was here at 8:06 and said later and later, LOL. I said, I just got home from an unexpected dinner outing, which was drinks and pizza, and I just had pizza Monday night, and I wonder why I gained this weight back. Jesus help me, Rhonda. All right, so... it's almost the end of summer, so it's like, the summer body, it doesn't really matter as much anymore. Actually, before we get into holy shit news, I think I still have it on here because I finally watched the Loki show. I finally watched it, so I can actually use this bumper, this Loki fucking bumper, to introduce a segment where we talk about Loki for a few minutes because I just watched it the other day. So here we go. Monkeys, roll the footage.
This week on Disney Plus's hit show, Loki. Well, I guess it really doesn't matter because he's already dead.
Who's the asshole?
Thank you to Patton Oswalt for narrating that.
Oh, that's great.
I'd kill you for comparing me to Patton Oswalt. That hurts me right in my manhood. Oh, but so I finally watched the show. The finale, I will say the finale was a little bit better than the rest of it. I like what's his name, Jonathan Majors, that's playing Kang.
Oh
Yeah.
He's
got a good vibe to him. He portrays it well, I think.
I
It was
haven't watched it.
very Matrix-esque, that scene. When they had the scene with the who's that in charge of everything in the Matrix, the conductor or whatever. That's what it felt like to me. That last scene in the finale.
Yeah.
I can't think of his name. I'm doing.
I think you're right. The conductor or something like that.
I've only seen Revelations once, or Revolutions, or whatever the fuck the last Matrix is. I only saw it once, but I know who you're talking about.
The second one's Reloaded, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
That's Reloaded.
Fuck, that was so boring. Like
I liked Reloaded. I hated
like
Revelation.
Reloaded too. Yeah, Revelation fell for me.
I hated the two, and then they blinded Neo in Revelations. Like, what the fuck, man?
Mm-hmm.
Like,
the problem is they shouldn't have been two parts. It should have been one part. Just do Reloaded, then have the sequel, and then if they wanted to do a third after all that stuff, like we're getting a fourth now, they should have just did a third and kept that as one contained thing. And they could have chopped that down and still got the same message or whatever they were trying to project in that across, I think.
Sal says, I thought Denzel's kid was going to get it. All the Reddit leaks said so. Greetings, Salvador. I mean, my sources on Reddit tell me that I was full of...
Wow.
Denzel's kid is still trying to figure out what Tenet was about.
Oh, dang.
I started to watch that and I'm like, what the hell is going on?
Never seen it.
It was
seen it, man.
I was expecting it to be good, and it was just kind of like a step away from good, you know?
I got to the part where she's like showing him the stuff with the bullets. And like, and I'm like, what the? I don't even, like. It just goes into this contrived like thing, and I'm just like, I just spaced. I'm like, I don't even know what's happening.
It's all like convoluted in my head.
Yeah.
I just remember Robert Pattinson's pale ass hitting Zoe Kravitz. I'm like, that's not even in this movie. That's out.
He was banging her on the hood of the Batmobile in the other movie, not this one.
Oh,
What
dang.
kind of fucking... Oh,
Exactly.
They
That's
should
what
just
Christopher Nolan.
keep it in the movie.
Yeah, the
It's-
mind tricks. Like,
Yep, just leave it in there. Fuck it, just leave it in. This is how
Because let's be
interesting
real,
I-
Bruce Wayne would be doing that shit. Like, let's be real.
yeah.
Yeah.
Oh shit! I okay. So who has other than me and Tony have Tim and Draven? Have y'all watched Loki?
Yeah. Yeah.
You did. Okay.
I
So
did
what you didn't?
Nope.
All right.
I'm sticking to my guns. So
I see. Like Star Wars, I'm done. Like I said, Marvel, I'm a little more forgiving of because they haven't wronged me.
Black
Widow.
Black Widow too, and then I saw that for free. But I was done after Falcon and the Winter Soldier, like episode 30.
That was
This actually redeems Falcon and the Winter Soldier because now we know that Jonathan Majors, who is a black man playing King, actually meant for America to be this deeply racist. You know, that's all him, so it's okay now.
right.
Mm.
He can sign off on it, right? That's.
Yeah,
I
like-
mean, it's predetermined. He said it to be that way. That's the
Yeah.
sacred timeline.
Oh.
Exactly.
So I think Falcon is going to eat some crow when he has to apologize for telling everybody you need to do better.
Yeah. Kang needs to come up like, you calling me racist, bro?
Yeah. Yeah.
Kang's like,
Yeah.
what? Say something, homie.
I think
Even-
the only way they can turn it around is if this phase is this phase is already gonna be a shit show. Let's be real.
Oh,
That once they realize that they're not making any money from this crap, that they just have Kang rewrite it, or it was all just fake. Like, you know, Kang always puts people into like this pocket universes kind of stuff.
Yep.
What
Yeah.
they opened everything up. That's why I liked the last episode of Loki, at least, because if you need to open everything up and if you need to explain where the X-Men came from and the Fantastic Four, or how things can, they kind of, in a very clever way, somewhat cleaned the slate to tell
Okay.
new stories with new characters, and they did it in a fairly, that's why I liked that last episode, because the way they did that was in a creative way, much better than, let's say, the Eternals or any of these other characters who are showing up and you're like, okay, where have you been all this time? Well, I didn't want to get involved. This was more creative than that, so
Yeah.
that's where I think the credit definitely lies.
Like they're going with Eternals. They're like, oh, we didn't want to get involved and all this
Yeah,
stuff.
exactly.
Okay.
Yeah. We're all knowing, all powerful, but you know what? We're just like, it's a little overcast today. I'm just gonna stay up in here.
I could
and
see
watch
that
Netflix.
with the Watchers or whatever, like the rumors and theorizing of Stan Lee being a Watcher or whatever, and they even had that little like post credit scene
Guardians.
with
Guardians.
with the Watchers. So it would make sense like in that aspect, but for the Eternals to not do anything, it's just like okay.
What about Wakanda though? They're kind of like the pre-Eternals almost, because they just sat there and let the world kind of like burn.
True.
They're like
Yep.
isolated themselves, so it's
Mhm.
like
Exactly.
yeah.
Especially being part of Africa, they're just like, nah, you guys can starve and shit. And
Mhm.
they're in there eating good, like Killmonger said. You know, it's like y'all are in here living good. You know, it was just kind of funny.
All I'm saying,
just-
Iron Man had to fly halfway across the world to save them people in the Middle East. Wakanda was right next door.
That's true.
Yeah.
they
I
didn't
mean,
do
Superman
anything.
did it in DC in Man of Steel, or like the other, what is it, Justice League or whatever, where they're worshiping him as a god, or well,
Mhm.
Batman versus Superman. I think that was in
Yeah.
right when there's that scene where they're all touching him.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Yeah.
in Mexico City, yeah.
Yep.
Saved that kid or whatever from the hospital.
Yeah, I want to bring up something. Who all thinks that Ryan Reynolds' Deadpool should be like the new Stan Lee type character? Like him
I
just
would
popping
be
in everywhere.
completely okay with that, as I'm wearing a Deadpool shirt. You know,
Oh,
not
nice.
not completely biased at all. But yeah,
I would
Cool, man.
like that, but no matter the PG rating or the MPAA rating, of the movie,
Mm-hmm.
his appearance would have to be rated R every time.
Oh, that would be interesting.
That would be awesome.
I'm fine to be honest. I'm not fine with his movies being PG-13. They have to be rated R. But I'm fine with his injection into the other things being PG, because as much flack as the Once Upon a Deadpool kind of got, some of those moments in that were kind of funny, and I think it would have been cool if they were in the main, like the rated R version as well.
See, I just watched the second one. I've never watched, like, consciously watched the PG-13 version to kind of get a feel for how it. Well, obviously it's very different than the rated R one.
Yeah.
But I mean, I just wanted to see like what they changed and just how it came across. But I never watched it. I was just like, you know what?
Oh, he kidnaps Fred Savage, and then there's like. He's basically narrating the story. So like he's telling the story like he would to a child. And then that's why this stuff's cut.
Like,
so there's like, they kind of make it work.
It's supposed to be kind of like, not the never ending story maybe, but that one where Fred Savage's grandpa is reading to him.
Princess Bride. Princess Bride.
Okay.
Yep. It was what was the grandpa's name in that shit, I can't think. Peter Falk. It was Peter Falk that played the grandpa in that. Yep. Let's see, wait, Glinzer. What's up, Glinzer? He says dumbass Disney would probably make Captain Marvel the new Stan Lee. Oh god. Don't you put that evil on me, Ricky Bobby. Don't you
just introduce Rogue and just end the Captain Marvel thing.
Kevin Feige was tasting crow when they changed the name of that movie.
Oh, that's the best part of it is, God damn it, Parrot Head! I gotta share this one. Hang on, Parrot Head sending me memes again. Hang on, we gotta share this one. Feige. I wanted to bring that up since we're talking Marvel right now. We kind of bridged into that, which is fine. Feige, how much that fucking burned him and hit his ego to have to downgrade Cadaver Danvers sequel to a team-up movie. Look at this. When you made it to the protest but can't find your feminist friends.
They're like, well, we should name it Captain Marvel 2, and then whatever subtitle, and Kevin Feige said, so...
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Grace Randolph, is that what that's from?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's just a car. So
there you go.
Wow.
Oh, Draven, you haven't been here in a minute. Hang on. There's more.
Well.
Oh my. Oh, those are great.
Grace, what that mouth do, girl?
I was seeing that one. That one's good.
That's Tony. Tony's like, hey, dude, here, check this out. I'm like, oh my god, this.
I was at work when I seen you first do that, and I was watching, and the rest of the night, that fucking song was stuck in my head.
And after hearing Grace sing the hook, you can't never get that out of your head. It's always in there now. Every time you hear
songs. That. Yeah, there are worse songs to have stuck in your head. That's all I'm saying.
Oh shit! Try. I can't even remember what. Never mind. You know what I want to talk about?
Yeah, because
it'll be stuck up in there for weeks, just rattling around. What Nano Reaper said, at least the Ghostbusters Afterlife trailer. So yeah,
I'm really excited for that.
Oh, yeah.
I want to see that, man. It's got just the right amount of nostalgia in with it, and you've got Paul Rudd. It looks cool. The effects look more practical-ish.
Yeah,
it does feel very Spielbergish, though.
Who
very
was talking
Spielbergish
the other night? The effects from Ghostbusters 1, where the shit was coming up out of the top of the buildings in New York over the skyline. They used that same effect in this. for the scene where the stuff's coming up out of the ground. They went back to the special effects suite, copied it, and put it and entered it into their system now, and that's how they did those effects, which is freaking awesome. I was like, that's why it's great that Jason Reitman's doing this movie. Go ahead.
Yeah.
Oh, you know what I noticed? What I thought, like, you're talking about how they introduced like old elements. You notice, was it Dan Aykroyd or whoever that was picking up the red phone, a regular phone with like.
It sounded like Bill Murray.
It's Aykroyd.
Is it? Okay.
But it was an old school phone. Like, who owns an old school phone? So I was like, wow, I see a little detail there. So.
Yep.
Yeah.
Well, I was noticing like some of the ghosts too. So like the dogs, like the Gozer dogs, are in it too. And I was like, ooh, I wonder if they're gonna do something with Zool or whatever.
Are you the Keymaster?
Cool. Yeah, the Keymaster. Yeah. Or if it's just taking everything from the past, and I don't know. I'm just theorizing and speculating just from the trailer.
Yeah, they got a plan for sure. You got those little marshmallow dudes. They're gonna sell a bunch of stuff on merchandising. That's gonna be like the new Baby
They're
Yoda.
ready on
that's
the
their
shelves.
Baby Yoda.
Yeah, guarantee it.
They're like, because everything, all the toys are coming out early and shit because of the lockdowns. Yep. It's hard to get those. Like, I've seen them a couple times at a few Walmarts around town, but I mean, people are buying up those Stay Puft Marshmallow Mans. I've noticed.
I haven't seen any yet. Damn it! It really pissed me off because I wanted to buy the re-released Real Ghostbusters figures. Man, those bitches were like $15 a piece, though. I was like, dude, do I want it? I mean, I wanted to spend on. I wanted to, but I'm like, you know what I mean? I'm just like, I could, and then like I went and spent like $100 on dumb shit anyway. I was like, I should have just bought the fucking figures.
That's like, speaking of figures, they had the Venomized like Legends figures.
Yeah.
And the Build-A-Figure with it was Venom Pool, and I was at an FYE, and they had like all of them, and I was like, I could have just bought them all, and I passed on it. I'm like, God damn. And then I was back there recently, and they only had Morbius of that. And it's like, who the fuck wants Morbius?
Yeah.
Right? Nobody's like, there's nobody clamoring for the Morbius figure.
Yeah, everybody just wants the Build-A-Figure and the Venom stuff.
What I noticed the best part of the Ghostbusters trailer
was that
nobody's talking about the new Shang-Chi trailer.
There was a new Shang-Chi trailer?
I haven't even watched it. Yeah, today. Talk about overshadowed, right? And then I went into it was comicbook.com's post where I saw a new Shang-Chi trailer, and they're not, there's a lot of normies on that site, but I jumped into the comments, and I mean, almost every comment was like, look, guys, like, I get like things are gonna be a downfall after Endgame, but I mean, this feels like the clearance rack, like just comment after comment of people just like, I mean, if one person's put it perfectly. In Hollywood, if the trailer sucks, usually the movie sucks. Marvel, this is the best foot you can put forward.
Yeah.
So, there was a new Shang-Chi trailer.
When I seen Fast 9, they showed a Shang-Chi trailer, and I hadn't seen the one previously or whatever. So
I think that was the first one.
Oh, maybe it was. But I was disappointed by the rings. I was like, I didn't like the direction they're going with the rings. They're like those it's like Xena's like freaking disc thing. And they're just like, I'm like, what is this? This isn't what the rings are. Like, they're actual rings. Like, I don't know. Maybe they're trying to like make him not seem so much like the Infinity Stones, but it's fine. Like, they can look similar. That's fine. They just have a different power set.
Yeah.
Damn. Yeah. See, like, I had no anticipation for that movie whatsoever. None.
Yeah.
I was cashed out on that as soon as they announced it. I'm like, I have no interest in this. I like kung fu and karate and that stuff. Like, I love those kind of movies. But this just, it looks like, like I said, man, with the whole tournament thing, it's like Marvel Combat. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's like,
and why are all of Iron Man's like mainstay villains in this damn movie?
Yeah, what's his name?
Fing Fang Foom or whatever his name. He's in it, and then obviously the Mandarin.
Abomination's in it too.
Abomination's in it. Wong is in it from Doctor Strange. I don't know.
They're going to show it in China. They're so fucked.
Yeah.
They're so
That's crazy, man. They get like 40 to 50% of their box office from like major. They're usually number 2. They love our films.
Yep.
Well,
they don't want Shang-Chi and they don't want the Eternals.
Yeah, because there's
Baizu.
Eternals is I understand.
Eternals is Baizu. They don't want that Baizu. That's woke over there. They don't want that shit.
Yep.
I believe that's what the term is Baizu, something like that.
Sure.
But yeah, they don't want that. They don't want that Eternal shit. And to me, it just looks like a boring movie. I don't even think. I mean, it might be. I think they're gonna do exactly what Kevin Smith did in Masters of the Universe. It'll be a little bit. They're gonna have They're gonna have their kiss or whatever. But other than that, it'll be kind of just queer baiting. You know what I mean? Like they might do the kiss, but it's gonna be as insignificant as the one in The Rise of Skywalker. I'm sure. I mean, I don't care if they do. If you want to do that, do it. But just make the characters make sense first and be like, this is their relationship. This is, tell us their story. Don't just be like, oh my God, they're gay. Because that just does a disservice. That does a disservice to the actual fucking representation that you're trying to do.
Yeah.
And that's why these idiots are so stupid. They can't even do this right. It's like the shit. This representation, all this shit was actually here all the time. But since nothing ever happened before 2016, we have to reinvent the fucking wheel.
But that's like Black Widow. Like they want representation in a female like villain or whatever. They had a female villain in the damn movie, and they used her as a throwaway Easter egg. Like Iron Maiden, it was the mom in that.
Yeah,
and it's like they could have used her as the villain. They could have did it where they could have nixed the entire family thing. Did a thing where Yelena comes to, like, she obviously would snap out of the Red Room stuff, come to Black Widow and be like, hey, the Red Room isn't done, we got to set up a team. So they find a team, and then they could have gone and fought Iron Maiden, because she could have been helping the new Red Room, and it would have been fine, and you would have lost nothing. Like, it still would have had that dynamic. But no, we get freaking race swapped Taskmaster from like a throwaway thing.
Gender swap.
Yeah. From gender swap.
And race swap, motherfucker.
Yeah, exactly.
You mean
so
task mistress?
Yeah.
I could do with more Iron Maiden or whatever her name is, like
Melina Vostokov.
Rachel Weisz looked great in that outfit.
Yes.
Yeah, yes, she
nice.
did. She did very, very nice.
It just would have been nice if she'd have done something. She did nothing in that.
They
movie.
didn't do anything with her character. She was such. It was such a waste of such a talented actress.
It's like fucking years and years of building this empire and smuggling and trafficking women. She's like, okay, I'm a good guy now.
They could have done the playoff because they used to work together, and Iron Maiden's thing is she was always getting overlooked basically for Black Widow, because Black Widow was better at what she did than Iron Maiden. So there's this resentment that is built up between the two, and the Iron Maiden suit, like, gives her an edge above Black Widow.
I got a question. Like, was Iron Maiden always Black Widow's mom? Like, I'm not like.
I don't know. In the comics, they're not. I don't think they're related at all. But they've just had the similar backgrounds, and they used to work with the Russian government.
So she was okay.
Is it bad that I cringed harder? Not even at like the hysterectomy and period talk, but I mean, again,
weird.
After a whole movie of building up that she almost killed Taskmaster as a child, she snaps out of it from the Red Queef, looks at the person that almost killed her, who dropped a building on her face, and says, "Is he gone?" That's what you're going to say to the person who, the first time you are cognitively aware and you see the person who tried to murder you as a child, is he gone? Like, I don't know. It's so, like, she should have been trying to claw Black Widow's eyes out. Like, yeah, even if your dad was abusive, this girl tried to kill you. Like, when you were a child, like, think there'd be some scars there, but women aren't evil.
But guys, it's the effects of the toxic masculinity red jizz.
Oh dang.
And she didn't even fight him. She just fight the other widows. She just kind of oh, yep. Like it was super anticlimactic. And Taskmaster was just kind of thrown to the side there at the end too.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was my major issue was how it ended. I other stuff didn't really bother me as much, but what they did at the end, it made it no stakes because now you have all these other Black Widows floating around, and you have essentially a Taskmaster or the fake Taskmaster or whatever it is. That was the Easter egg, right? It's kind of what they did with the guy in Iron Man 3, not really being the real. Yeah. So that was like my major issue at the end. I did like the combat hand-to-hand stuff. I did question the time, the pacing, and the fact that they recovered so quickly because they aren't peak of human performance, but they didn't. It just felt like they get on brutal fights. Even the scene that Scarlett Johansson, Black Widow had with was it Yelena, her sister? That was a pretty brutal fight. And they're not even really that sore.
Yeah,
I'm just
they're not even superhuman. They're just really skilled fighters.
Yeah,
and they made them seem like they're superhuman. It's
She just slammed her fucking little ass off the fucking wall, monkey flipped her into a fucking armoire, and they just get up and they fine. I'm like,
yeah. And when the avalanche happened, when they were breaking dude out of the gulag.
Yeah.
When she was on the rope and Yelena was driving the helicopter and she swung in and grabbed her dad last minute and they go up and all the snow comes in. That was Wonder Woman 84 shopping mall scene bad. It looked so bad. This fucking movie has been sitting on your shelf for over a year now. 3 years ago y'all finished it. How does it look so bad?
Yep.
Right, that looked terrible. Oh shit, Nano Reaper hit it on the head. He said, but the Red Room still has male security guards. Yeah. I was like, why do you got these, my widows can take out, destabilize governments and blah, 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 but they can't guard Bespin apparently. I was like, when I was pissed. If my kid wasn't next to me in the theater, that was the first, I was going to blurt that out loud. The motherfucking Red Room is Bespin? What the fuck? Apparently, Vader didn't alter the deal too much because.
And where the hell did that guy get the Quinjet? Where the hell?
Exactly.
Where did non-threatening, even-tempered, black man get the fucking jet from? That guy was just he was just thrown in there. It was why did they?
I think originally he was supposed to be Taskmaster, and the twist would have been he was Taskmaster all along, and he was just getting that's how he knew where she would have been.
Yeah. Keep your friends close.
Yeah, exactly.
Enemies closer. Yeah.
That would have been that would have been better.
And that'd have been an awesome twist too, because then you reveal that oh, this dude she's been working with and getting all this or giving all this intel and stuff to is actually the enemy.
Right?
Yeah.
There you go, Parrot Head. There's an old school background for you right there, buddy.
Nice.
One of my favorite.
Like how as from
shows. I was confused. Oh, go ahead.
No, I was just gonna say, as from Hills versus Babyface says. So then Scarlet Witch gets in the fucking Quinjet and zooms off to her death.
Yeah, right.
Pretty much. Yeah, pretty much.
Dude, yeah, I'm like, wait, yeah, where are you in a hurry to go? You're gonna fucking die anyway. I'll see you later. No, the fuck you won't. you ain't gonna see nobody later, bitch. You can see the bottom of that cliff in Vormir. Yeah. You should have let fucking. You should have let
your death. It's Gamora's.
You should have let Jerry. Yeah, that's even worse. It's we're gonna make you feel something when we kill Black Widow and give her the same death we gave Gamora last year in the fucking movie. Remember in the far superior version of this movie. Remember? Yeah. Oh shit!
So I get my own death. Well, so I get my own movie. Well.
Wait, Nano Reaper says, why does every superhero movie think that every Joe Jane Blow can fly a fucking helicopter? It takes 100 hours of instruction to learn the basics. Oh, absolutely. Absolutely.
magic.
You haven't seen The Force Awakens.
Oh, right.
Yeah. right. Bewitched. Wait, and a Quinjet is no universe airworthy physics is a thing.
Like,
Yeah.
obviously,
Airworthy physics. Yeah.
you don't know that if you're oppressed, that actually substitutes for hundreds of hours worth of training.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
If you're in a marginalized group, you can automatically pilot anything, and you have to be perfect, or else it's
That's-
what will it be?
That's
What will
what-
it be? What will it be? That's what it'll be.
That's what freaking Marvels is gonna be. It's gonna be Carol Danvers versus Monica Rambeau to see who the bestest ever is.
I got my money on Photon, and because she's
Oh,
got
yeah.
that wagon.
It's
She's
gonna
got that
end-
wagon.
It's gonna end just how WandaVision did. They're gonna be sisters. They're gonna be allies, and fucking Photon's gonna tell Captain Marvel, these people don't know what you've sacrificed for them. As the people are all going crazy and crying because their lives have been utterly
Right.
destroyed.
And Miss Marvel just looks goofy.
That
Yeah.
bitch. That's like subpar cosplay. Everybody's like, but it's comic accurate. I'm like, yeah, and the comics are
Yeah.
shit too.
Disney comic accurate.
Mm-hmm.
Fucking
Like,
out
what
of
do
here
you-
with that.
Why do you think the game did so bad? Like,
Mm-hmm.
no one.
Oh
like,
yeah.
Yeah. I played for the demo. I was like, man, this gameplay is trash. And
Yeah.
who cares about this character? Like,
I returned my so I pre-ordered the game and I got the beta. And played it like once or twice. I'm like, fuck this. I went back, got GameStop credit, and I ended up getting Tony Hawk's Pro Skater 1 and 2 and another game, Resident Evil 2. Like, at least I know I like those games. Like, this is some bullshit. I waited for that Avengers game too. I'm mad about that.
I actually didn't mind the Avengers game. I thought the mechanics for her character were fine, but I didn't like the fact that like every word out of her mouth was just like fangirling over like being. It was just annoying. Like Peter Parker's a fan of like these other heroes, but he doesn't like. He's not a fan to like the obnoxious level. You know what I mean? He admires them.
In
Like
Civil War, they did it very clever.
mhm.
How he was kind of fanboy and like, are those carbon fiber wings? And like,
Yeah.
they're like, look, I don't know if you've been in a fight before, but there's usually not this much talking. Like, they did it very well.
Yeah, exactly. And I feel with her in that it just, I don't know, it was out of place,
It's
especially
annoying.
when you had other characters that should have been there instead of her with the Avengers. Like they could have had Spider-Man because Sony, you know, has their thing with them. So
Yep.
I never played that game. Like I said, the newest system I got is a PlayStation 2, and it makes me happy. Hearing all these horror stories about like modern games, I'm just like, I'll be happy after the show. I'll go out there, I'll get me a piece of pizza out of the refrigerator. I'll
got
sit down in my den.
SmackDown.
I have-
SmackDown too.
I have I don't have any of the wrestling games, but there's a used video game store. I'm trying to get. I need a couple more N64 wrestling games before my collection's complete, and then I'll move on to the PS2. But I wore Raw vs SmackDown 07 out. Like that bitch does not work anymore. It's just like my NBA Live 08. Like I used to play that online, so I wore that. Like that game.
I used to
doesn't
play
even-
the first
just doesn't even
SmackDown
work.
versus Raw for
Yeah.
PS2 and use the internet thing for it. But people like were cheating and they max out all their stats online. So like you could never beat anybody like
Yeah.
legit.
I kind of remember that.
Mhm.
Because that's the only ones I played was like the first 2 or 3 Raw versus SmackDowns before
Yeah.
it just became the same game every year.
Mhm.
Like a patch.
Yep.
I liked 07 because I liked the general manager mode. That was like my favorite part, was like booking the shows and stuff. That was my favorite part. And then like I'd skip through like all the weeks, and I liked negotiating the contracts and like setting up the pay-per-views and the angles and the feuds. I ran the book though for a little while when I first got into the business for a company.
Nice.
So I like being the booker. I do. Plus if somebody pisses me off, I can just bury him on the fucking card.
The last wrestling game that I actually really liked was I forget which 2K it was for WWE, but it had CM Punk on it, and it had the Attitude Era mode.
Was it
That was probably 2016 or 2017, something like that.
I think it was the one right after the Stone Cold Steve Austin one, because I got the
Maybe.
Stone Cold one, and that shit had me so mad. The submission system on that thing had me fucking beat red in the face. Like,
Yeah.
Wait, which game?
It was the WWE 2K, I think 15 or whatever, with Steve Austin on the cover, where they did the whole Stone Cold tribute, and I'm like, Steve Austin's always been my favorite dude. That shit had me so mad. I would beat these people down with a fucking chair for 30 minutes, and they'd be all bloody and fucked up and limbs all torn, and they'd put me in a chin lock, and I'd tap out. Like,
oh, that's great. I feel the rage.
That was the worst thing about like some of the wrestling games, like back for like N64. Like, what was it? WCW Mayhem. You have like the best roster of any fucking game. Like, there's so many people deep on that roster, and the controls fucking suck because they switched from Activision. Was it
I hated
AKI?
the 64 wrestling games controls.
The best, No Mercy is still the best one though. The controls on that are like No Mercy, Revenge, WCW, NWO World Tour. Those games, the operating on those is just silky fucking smooth. Like, that's, as soon as I'm done, that's literally, I go sit out there and I play No Mercy on my N64, and I create the old WCW guys from like the 90s. Awesome. That's basically all I do. I play that, like, I usually say I'll play till I fall asleep. I play for like a half hour, and then I wake up at 4 a.m. sleeping in my fucking chair with an N64
I always
controller in my hand.
Created my character in SmackDown 1 and SmackDown 2 Know Your Role or one of those.
Yep, Know Your Role was SmackDown 2. Yeah. That was one with Bring the Pain was the third one. That was the one with Lesnar. Yep. Oh shit. All right, so speaking of shit, I think it's about time we jump into some shit. Some holy shit, as it were, in the form of, ladies and gentlemen, holy shit news.
Holy shit!
Are you thinking what I'm thinking?
I don't know. Were you thinking, holy shit, a swordfish almost went through my head?
Holy shit!
Holy shit! And all the assholes want us to shit all over everything.
Holy shit!
Where's the Tylenol?
All right, so here we are, thesmokinggun.com. Dispute to watch cartoons or monk results in man's arrest for battery. This came to us July 27th. During a dispute over whether to watch cartoons or the show Monk, a Florida man, let me reiterate that, a Florida man struck his roommate at an assisted living facility over the head with his cane, according to cops who arrested the accused assailant on a felony charge. So they're living in a nursing home, fighting over cartoons, or, oh yeah, this guy looks like the kind of guy who would hit somebody over the head with a cane.
Which cartoon?
You know, it better been Herculoids.
I mean, like, they just say, well, it's over cartoon, but which cartoon? I mean, some cartoons are worth hitting someone over.
Yeah.
He's like, we're gonna watch Arthur. No, motherfucker, we're not. We're not watching Arthur again.
It's just the meme of him clenching his fist.
Yep.
Monk.
You hear that?
Like, the fuck? Like, what? Speaking of wrestling, like, what the fuck? What is this? Like, fucking 10:05 p.m. on a Monday night. Monk's coming on. Like, what? Like 2003? Like,
it's Monday Night Monk, brother. Oh yeah.
that's like the most Monk I ever saw was on the commercials for Raw and stuff. Like, I heard it's a good show, but I mean, like, what the fuck? Like, we're obviously watching syndication, guys. Should we be resorting to violence?
This reminds me of Step Brothers.
Yeah. So did the dude from Up, and everything worked out for him. So.
Or Grumpy Old Men.
Oh yeah.
Yes.
Yep. Definitely grumpy old men type vibes. Investigators say that Glenn Hutchinson, 58, lives in an assisted living facility. Isn't that a little young? struck the 56-year-old disabled victim, and another piece of the puzzle falls into place during a confrontation Sunday evening at the Midway Manor facility in Clearwater. Both men are residents due to a variety of physical conditions. If I would have read ahead, I would have known that and would have answered my own stupid question. According to an arrest affidavit, while his roommate sought to watch cartoons, Hutchinson preferred to view Monk.
What
the police
cartoon?
procedure. I know they specified the show like
They specify what Monk is, but they don't specify the cartoon.
I feel robbed right now of not knowing what it was. Like, Nano Reaper says, we know it wasn't the Masters of the Universe Netflix show. Meth will put you in the old age home early.
Maybe
You're not
it
wrong,
was,
Nano
and that's
Reaper.
why you got hit.
Yeah,
Just saying.
he's like, we're gonna watch Masters of the Universe. Which one? The Filmation one? No, the one that just came out. Oh hell no!
He was trying to reenact Prince Adam getting killed.
I have the.
Yeah.
I have 9 hard inches up in my ribs. I bet you that's not the first time Adam said that.
Heyo.
He yeah. Did anybody notice like the really gay vibes from him? Like if you watch that show, I mean it was like just come out and say it.
I heard he acted like, he was gay in the show. Yep. I haven't watched it, but from reviews,
it was like kind of like heavily implied, and hinted at, but yeah.
Just because a guy wears a loincloth and a cross thing over his chest and not a shirt doesn't make him gay. Come on.
He's wearing an S&M outfit. I mean, I give him credit. I mean, you got it. Flaunt it, big boy. But I mean, look, maybe update the outfit just a little bit. Would Nano Reaper say if it was Master Universe Netflix version, the cop would have been like, that's totally justified and beat the room with him.
Yeah, the cartoon would have been the Cleveland show.
We're only about 35 years away from nursing homes being packed with people watching Motu and playing Super NES in those homes. Just saying, oh, I'll be there playing my N64. They're going to be like, Mr. Nayuko, it's time for water aerobics. I'm back. Leave me alone. Hollywood Hogan's fighting Roddy Piper. You son of a bitch.
Yeah.
Right? Like he sure is. And you're in a chair in the corner just staring at the wall.
That'll probably be about the size of it from all those fucking concussions. Let's see. Hutchinson told police he drove his motorized scooter into his leg, prompting him to swing the cane in self-defense. Davis, who was left with a visible mark due to the cane blow, was not transported to a hospital. Charged with aggravated battery with a deadly weapon, Hutchinson was booked into a county jail where he remains behind bars in lieu of a $5,000 bond. A judge has ordered him to have no contact with Davis.
So, Sal, another thing in a few years, that generation would have recorded the fight on their cell phones, because this is something I feel we need to see,
Yeah.
I'm just excited to get to being able to shit myself and it be someone else's problem for a change. That's why I love you, Sal. Keely Chow says I'll be playing my Super NES and my Xbox. I'll also be watching Buffy. Keely.
If you have an Xbox, you could play the Xbox game of Buffy on that.
See, modern problems require modern solutions. Sometimes an older console. But let's see here. Let's jump over to the next story here. Now we have more. These are, of course, as they usually are. Most of them take place in the lovely state of Florida, and this is kind of a follow-up story to one we covered about maybe 3 weeks, a month ago. This is a Burger King story, of course. It all goes back to Florida. I'm surprised it's not a Waffle House, but Jesus, ads, you're persistent, aren't you? Racist Whopper rager sentenced to probation. Floridian hurled burger in slurs over tomato thickness. Yeah.
Did we lose him? Did he freeze up?
Yeah, I think he froze. You tap.
Yo.
Yep, I think we lost ETEP.
Oh no, we lost our.
I'll bring up the article and read it.
Hell yeah, because I got to hear about this tomato thickness, man.
Okay, so the Florida retiree who hurled a whopper and racial slurs at a Burger King employee in a rage over thickness of a tomato on her sandwich has been sentenced to probation following a plea to battery, court records show. Judith Black, 78, entered a no contest plea to the misdemeanor charge during an appearance Tuesday in a county courthouse near her home in the villages, the vast Florida retirement community. Black sent at right was sentenced to 12 months probation, fined $785, and ordered to attend anger management classes. She looks like Paula Dean. It's really weird. Judge Paul Metello also barred Black from returning to the Burger King where the battery occurred and ordered her to have no contact with the worker she attacked. I don't even know how to say that. Was initially charged with an enhanced felony battery count due to her use of racist language during the April 30th Burger King incident. Prosecutors subsequently moved to remand the case to a lower court for disposition as a misdemeanor.
Bitch, the tomatoes come in a box. I don't slice them. What the fuck?
Huh.
As recounted in an arrest affidavit, Black's 6 p.m. outburst stemmed from her dismay about the thickness of the tomato on her sandwich. Black investigators brought her complaint to the restaurant's front counter, where she began yelling at Tapricia Brown, a 23-year-old Burger King employee. Brown told cops that she advised Black that unless she calmed down her tomato issue. Hey, Etep, welcome back.
It was the man came and got me.
Oh, okay.
He said they were still mad about us making fun of the jab last night on Drew's stream, but no. So Paula Dean, y'all covering the article. So Paula Dean got all salty. Yeah, we like I said, we covered this. It was about a month ago maybe, and yeah, it was kind of. I'm like, why did you get so fucking mad? It is Burger King, like, yeah.
Yeah, does she look like Paula Dean?
She does look like Paula Dean. And then her last name is Black, too, at that.
Yeah.
I'm like, yeah, she threw a tomato and, this is, what did she say? She attacked Tapioca Brown. That looks like that. We'll just call her Tapioca. So she attacked Tapioca, a 23-year-old Burger King employee. And then Brown told the cops she advised Black that unless she calmed down, her tomato issue would not be addressed. And then she called her a black bitch afterwards and spewed a series of racial slurs. Well, wasn't that kind of a racial slur to start with? Yeah. And I'm not gonna read these; they're on the screen. But there you go. This has got to be Paula Dean. It's fucking got to be Paula Dean.
Yeah.
She's the only type of person that would complain about the tomatoes not being sliced to perfection.
She probably had a sherry before she went down there. It was 6 p.m.
Drank a bottle of cooking sherry. Keto O'Rourke says they do say have it your way. Paula Dean ain't in the wrong. Why did you even go to Burger King? You know it's going to suck worse than McDonald's. Oh, here it is. Brutal Morningwood said it. Brown versus Black. Ladies and gentlemen.
That's racist!
There you go. There you go. There you go. There's that.
That's great.
Jesus, dude. That is just... So Paula Dean is in some trouble, but we got one more. We're gonna end this segment on the highest note we can possibly get. And no, I'm not talking about myself. I'm not projecting. I'm not a fat Asian woman writing a book called "I'm Not Starfire's Daughter." doing so much projecting. No, this story is amazing. Female corrections officer arrested for alleged sexual contact with a male prisoner. And look at her. She's actually halfway decent looking.
Yeah.
I want to see the I want to see Jamie, I need to see the fucking video. Jamie, where's the video, Jamie? We need to see that footage. We need to see the footage, Jamie. I want to see the fucking there was security footage of that somewhere. Yeah, I wish I had the Joey Styles I need a Joey Styles button to do an oh my god thing. But yeah, Parrot Head said at least BK's ice cream machines work.
That line under her mug shot.
Oh, that's not what it comes to mind when you hear that an inmate was repeatedly shanked. And this is great. This is
awesome.
because that's what I got my certification in. And my degree is criminal justice corrections. First of all, hail brightest day. He said that's a prison 10 right there. Hail brightest day. This is what I was gonna go do. And we were, when I'm doing all my training and shit, they're telling us like, yeah, female inmates are most susceptible to having relationships with, I'm like, the male. I was like, shit. I'm like, male, guards in the female prisons. I would think it's like, nope, it's the females because they feel that need to like help and almost like a mama thing, kind. And it's like it gets them like you'll see them like baking cookies for the prisoners and shit, and it's like. Yeah.
Wow.
Which one of them are you fucking, girl? Like that. Yep. And sure enough, is she a Florida woman? Parrot Head. Missouri is the answer. Missouri. This is not what comes to mind when you hear an inmate was repeatedly shanked. I just like that line so much, I read it again. A Missouri corrections officer named Haven Shank had been arrested for allegedly having sex on multiple occasions with a male offender, a relationship that apparently has left the defendant pregnant, court records show.
Oh. Yeah.
Yeah. Shank, 26. Yeah, 26 was charged this month with a felony for engaging in sexual contact with a prisoner who was locked up in the state facility where Shank worked. During an interview with a Department of Corrections investigator, the inmate Jerron Ward said he had sex with Shank on approximately 5 separate occasions. I'm imagining the word smashed probably was used because I'm sure she is the joke around the block. And he knocked her up too. So this one, I can't wait to see the DNA test on Maury for this one. Ward also said that he placed calls to Shank. In one conversation, according to a probable cause statement, Shank asked Ward if he had picked a name for Haven Shank's unborn child. The pair's sexual encounters allegedly spanned several months and ended earlier this year. A female witness told investigators that Shank told her she became impregnated by an offender. Shank's former husband gave an investigator a screenshot from Shank's Twitter account, which indicated the offender, Ward, is the father to her unborn child. Holy shit. What? So she was married. Oof. And fucking a prisoner. And got pregnant. Ladies and gentlemen, if you want an easy piece of ass, apparently just get incarcerated in the Missouri State Correctional Facility and wait for one of the female COs to promptly top you off. I mean, shit, just ring your call button and she'll come by the cell and just do a little dance for you. Well, this is a terribly inappropriate time for you to walk in.
It's like some Orange is the New Black stuff.
Right? Hi, buddy.
Hi.
All right, come here. Is mom? Yeah, mom's still awake. Here, come here. She can put you to bed. Here. She's watching Mayans?
Yeah.
All right, say hi to Tony.
Hi.
And Draven.
What's up, buddy?
Hi, Draven.
Hey, man. What's up?
Say hi, Tim.
Hi, Tim.
Hello.
Do you do your line? And that's
great.
That's the story of the picture. That's the picture. The diarrhea is cool. That's where that comes from. That's
Wait.
What are you gonna do?
Yeah.
Oh. night.
Good night, everyone.
Night, buddy.
Hey, man.
Night, buddy. I love you. All right. Go get mommy.
Is this your channel?
Yeah, it's my channel. Go get mommy, put you back to bed. Yep, take a sip of my water. Just take your time. Just go ahead and take your time. We're not live or anything running the show. It's all good, buddy. It's all good. Just sit there and drink my water. I'm not parched or anything.
When you guys do your joint channel, he's gonna steal the show from you.
Oh, dude, I'm already, like I said, I'll be like next year by this time when we launch that channel, I'll be at like 850, and that'll have like 1,000 subs in a week because of him, not me.
Mhm.
All right.
Because I'm going to be doing a lot more toys.
Are you gonna do toy stuff?
Yeah.
All right. Night, buddy.
We show them off like how they wiggle.
See, this is what I'm talking about.
Like,
Like who?
oh,
Like Sal? What are you doing?
this girl
Oh.
fell off.
Oh, yep. Sue Storm fell.
Oh,
He just found it on the floor behind me. I must have bumped something. All right. Hey, come on. Well, ladies and gentlemen, while we're at it here, since we're done with this article, let me play a bumper and get my guest out of my room. We'll be right back. All right, we're back. We are over here on Bounding into Comics. Michael B. Jordan developing a Black Superman limited series for HBO Max focusing on Val Zod. Now, when I saw this, I'm like, okay, knowing Val Zod is an established character, I'm like, okay, all right, let's see what you got. And they've been wanting Michael B. Jordan to play some iteration of Superman for how many years now? It was what, last year, I remember, was it last year, earlier this year? I can't remember. I did a video about him starring in a possible Scarface reboot or remake or reimagining.
I think I might have heard about that.
Yep, that's been floating around for a while. And they said that they wanted to of course, race swap it. Mm-hmm. So I kind of, I was like, with that, it never came to fruition, obviously. The dude's a talented actor.
Oh, yeah.
And Val Zod's established. I'm kind of interested to see what they do with it. I'm more interested in this than I am the Ta-Nehisi Coates one because that is race swapping Clark Kent.
Yep.
They're going right for Clark Kent and race swapping. Nope, we're race swapping him. So.
I'm fine with this. Like if it's not part of the main, because he's from an alternate universe, if I'm not mistaken. Val Zod. So I'm fine with if it's not part of the main continuity of films and if it's own standalone thing. I'm fine if they want to do that kind of thing. If it's its own standalone, you can take it as just that movie and be good. I'm fine with that kind of stuff. But if they want to with the MCU, how they've been raced and gender swapping everything, it's stop doing that in your main continuity. Keep them how they are in the main continuity of the comics. If you want to do one-off things that don't mess with the main continuity, then fine.
Yep. Well, they've also you've got the President Superman, which is Calvin Ellis, I think it is, isn't it? Something like that.
No idea.
He's like Obama. He's essentially Obama.
Yes. Yep. They got that one too. But yeah, that's what made me kind of shake my head at the Ta-Nehisi Coates one, was other than the fact that Ta-Nehisi Coates is just a piece of shit overall, and fuck that guy. I make no bones about saying that he's a piece of shit. He's garbage. He does not. Yeah, he fits right in with J.J. Abrams. Let me put it that way, because J.J. Abrams is another one of the just assholes. Just a fucking hack job. So yeah, those two birds of a shit feather flock together. This actually has potential, like Nano Reaper said. This looks like they're kind of going to do it right. I mean, it's obviously being done. It's kind of like a dual pronged approach. It's being done because it is progressive to race swap superheroes now, yes, but it's an established one. So that's why I was kind of looking around today. I'm like, I wasn't going to do a video on it, but I saw the article and I'm like, it kind of interested me to see how the reaction was, if anybody kind of oh my God, Black Superman. It's like, well, do you know that this is an actual character, because it's like, it's people like that that are the ones that, the knee-jerk reaction and the rage bait to things like that it's like your true colors shine through. You're not here for the right reasons. You know what I mean? Then it's your actual biases are coming through. So.
Though to play devil's advocate with that, they are doing this stuff in the comics so they can get away with it in film, because they're doing it as they'll add these and race swap the stuff in the comics, because then they can say, oh well, it happened in the comics. It's like, yeah, but that doesn't mean it was good. Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah. Just like Red, White, and Truth. I'm sorry, that run wasn't some like fucking life changing. It was, you wanted to retcon Captain America, and now it's relevant. What, 17 years later? No, I'm sorry, that came out in 2005. So 15, 16 years later, now it's relevant because you used it in fucking Black Falcon and the Winter Soldier.
Yeah,
that show was just preachy ideology garbage. It was so bad. But like I said, I want to talk about this. I want to get into this article a little bit. Creed and Black Panther actor Michael B. Jordan's dream of bringing a black Superman to live action is now one step closer to realization. Through Collider. Through Collider, we have learned that, I'm going to click on this, get this stupid thing off here, that Jordan is making a project for HBO Max centered on Val Zod, the Superman of Earth 2, as seen in DC's New 52 series of the same name. A writer has been hired who has not been identified as of yet. It's noted that the project, set to be produced as a miniseries for the Warner Brother backed streaming platform, will be produced by Jordan's banner Outlier Society. But whether he will star in the project remains to be seen. Collider sources say the actor hasn't made a commitment to that degree. Elsewhere, the Warner Brothers is still moving ahead with its previously announced J.J. Abrams produced, Ta-Nehisi Coates written Black Superman movie, which will be entirely separate from Jordan's series. It's unknown if Jordan's pitch for a Val Zod series will be the same one he tried to sell Warner back in April, but either way, as noted in a previous interview given to The Hollywood Reporter, the actor's goal with the Black Superman project is clear. So,
who's the guy in the black suit? Is that evil Superman or something, or what's going on there?
That is Earth 2, number 25, the Kryptonian. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know much about DC stuff.
No, I'm not. I don't know much about new Marvel shit either, though. Honestly. This I don't know. I never read any of the New 52 stuff. I've had a couple people tell me most of it wasn't very good, but I never read it. Let's see. It's important for people to see themselves in roles they normally wouldn't see, he told The Hollywood Reporter in April. What that does to the next generation, to a kid or somebody who didn't think that's something they could achieve, now they're thinking and daydreaming about it.
I used to look up the Michael Jordan and he wasn't white.
Right?
So like I didn't need to look at somebody. You to aspire to be somebody and to have hopes and dreams, you look at their accomplishments. You don't look at the color of their skin. Like
I do.
Well, I love you, Tony.
God damn it, Tony. Tony. Getting a lot of mileage out of that one tonight for some reason.
I love it.
The analytics are going to be hurting later. However, he has also stated in the past he wants to stick with continuity and keep his spin on DC's Man of Steel authentic by adapting a Superman of color who already exists in the comics like Val Zod or Earth 32's Calvin Ellis. Regarding the Abrams film, when his name came up as a potential candidate for the project starring role, Jordan made it clear, I'm just watching on this one, possibly to avoid the pushback against bad reports. Reportedly, race bent Clark. Is that supposed to be robot or reboot? It's bad robot. Words are hard, ladies and gentlemen. Fucking Black Clark Kent there. That's easier. As Jamie Broadnex notes in Black Girl Nerds editorial, according to sources, Jordan has not wanted to engage in conversations about race-bending Kal-El for the same reasons many of the fans are pushing back on the current Warner Brothers reimagined version of Clark Kent. But he has publicly maintained that he would be interested in engaging on a Black Superman project centering on Val Zod's storyline. And there's nothing wrong with that.
Yeah, that's good. At least he has like the respect to do like something that is what the character is and not, you know what I mean? Like trying to feed into the agenda kind of thing.
Yeah, why would you want to divide your audience, especially like a character like a Superman or Val Zod? Like Val Zod seems like a cool character, so I think he's thinking more like business mind because he's produced his own projects. There was Raising Dion on Netflix was actually decent. It was a series.
That was good.
With the little kid that gets powers or whatever.
Yeah.
Okay, I haven't seen that.
I watched that with my son, man. He loved it. I got into it. That was a good show.
Yeah, it was.
Not enough hype around that too. I'm like,
no,
yeah.
And it never got woke. Really, it didn't either. There was a few things, but they were like really like reality grounded and pretty base things that happened. So I was like, okay, I'm like, I see you, I see what you're doing, and it was done well, and the show was entertaining. The effects were really well done for a Netflix show. Like I was very, I was happy with it. Like I said, we watched the show like maybe twice, I think. Yeah, it's good. I'm still waiting for season 2, honestly.
Yeah, that chick was bad in that film, or that his mom, Raising Dion's mom.
Yeah.
Yeah, she was really hot. Like the.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
Oh, dude. Yeah, she's Dion's mom's got that wagon. She can get it. She can get it. She can get it. Yo, I saw that. I was like, yeah, I know, man, because she's always wearing like tight ass. I'm like, come on. I'm like, I'm supposed to be. I can't stop staring at your ass. Stop it. And she never did. That ass didn't stop. That ass did not stop. Broadnex added, Warner risks looking tone deaf by race bending a white character and erasing black characters that already exist in the DC universe under the Superman banner, Calvin Ellis and Val Zod. By wishing to produce his own project, Jordan is possibly signaling that he may have come to the same conclusion, similarly opting to avoid drawing fire to his brand, which is also developing a Static Shock movie.
Yeah.
Okay.
Ooh.
Nice.
Yeah, give me some Static Shock.
Something young Rip always talks about too. It's like they got a catalog of black characters that just sit there that he would like to see, you know, and you could introduce the audience to, like, all right, number one, I wanted a Man of Steel too. But I mean, we've gotten so much like Superman and Batman and the same Spider-Man. I mean, the same characters over and over. It's time for some new blood. You know, I'm not as hip to the comics as everyone else. You know, there's some new characters I would like to see if done right. You know, Val Zod. I don't know much about his story, so I mean, that sounds interesting to me. You know, I want to see that, and especially a limited series, so you have a little more time to develop the character, take them through their arc. That sounds good.
Yeah.
You know, Ta-Nehisi Coates is out there, you know, writing a script with raging crayons, you know? Like, I'm good.
Well, like the article said, like I was mentioning earlier about how Jordan just is kind of looking out for his brand by doing something that is actually and not race swapping, which is awesome. That's something we want. Like whether you know the character is a tokenized version of Superman is irrelevant, but it's he's trying to do right by what the character actually is in the thing, which is good.
I think part of just real quick, part of it's because he played a race swap character before, and there was backlash. He played Johnny Storm, so maybe he's kind of like, you know, I'm now that I'm in a business aspect. Why, you know, it's about profit, making profit.
Yeah. You want to cast your net wide, and you know, like, okay, Hollywood's always going to remake movies. They've always done it, you know. But I mean, this. Number one, I think this speaks to the importance of art and creativity and why it's important to actually have creative types, because these people are uncreative, you know. They don't know how to take one of those characters in the catalog and bring them to life, how maybe they did with an Iron Man. Or
I figured that's what you had.
Oh, nice.
Yep.
There's pages. As Ripper says, there's pages of motherfucking pages of black characters in here that you could draw from, but you're too lazy and untalented to do that.
Exactly.
I mean, literally, dude. There's blacks, there's Latinas, there's Asian. I mean, there's everything.
And right now, with everything being so popular, it doesn't matter who it is. You could throw it at the wall and people eat it up.
And not just popular, but, you know, my point I was trying to make is this. In a time where everything is so divided on every different level, our society is fragmented. At least this branch of it, this pop culture side, they could heal that almost instantaneously by just dialing the fucking reboots back by about 70%. Seriously, like, hire some fucking hungry writers to come in and tell some good stories. It's not that hard, you know, but
Nana Reboot brings up time to bring back buddy cop movies. See, to apply this to the superhero genre, they were doing like their own individual like movies. Like each movie was supposed to be its own like genre within the superhero world. And then come I think it was either after Winter Soldier, it might have been Ant-Man, when they got rid of Edgar. It was supposed to be like a heist. They got rid of Edgar Wright, and that all went out the window for copy paste since then. I would like to see a Spider-Man, Deadpool buddy movie, like a buddy cop kind of thing, because in the comics they like play off of each other, and there's that funny kind of thing. But we'll probably never get that.
Just personality-wise, I think it'd be really fun to see Doctor Strange and Deadpool like go through different multiverses together and like do all the mystical shit together. Just with Benedict Cumberbatch's personality versus Ryan Reynolds, I guess.
Yeah, it worked well with Cable, like, because Cable's just
him and Cable was great. That chemistry was awesome.
Josh Brolin has now played Thanos and Cable. That's I dig it. And he was what was his name in the Goonies?
His
name in the Goonies.
It was Brand or something like that. His name was Brandon. It was Brandon. Brandon wasn't it Brandon? Something like that. Yeah. I gotta watch. I haven't watched that
Lady
movie in a
Deadpool
minute.
as well. That'd be great.
Oh,
see,
shit.
That's a character they can get away with race swapping and gender swapping, because he breaks the fourth wall, and it's they've done it. Like you've had like head pool, you've had dog pool, kid pool, and all that stuff. And it's funny because you know that's his world.
And it wasn't done specifically to make a movie about it a couple years later, you know?
Yeah, exactly.
I want to see some of the female symbiotes from the comics. Like, what was the one chick? Agony, I think. There was Agony.
Is it Screecher or Scream or
No,
the yellow
Shriek.
one? Shriek, that's it.
No, she's not a symbiote. That's Carnage's girl. That's she's in Venom 2.
Oh,
They
there's
got
a
Shriek
yellow
in it.
one.
Yeah, there is. I can't remember her name. Isn't that? Wait, it's not Agony. It's Me and Trey were looking at this earlier. I can't remember the names because we were talking about all the different damn symbiotes.
Phage.
Phage. Yep, it was
Yeah.
Phage.
Cream Phage.
Because I had the figure for that back in the day.
Okay.
Because they did like a Venom verse like figure line because they pumped that shit out like crazy back in the 90s. Because toy sales.
Yep.
Yeah.
Man Thing. I actually read one of those. The Man Thing. I got one of the decent sized books for those. Those aren't bad comics. Have you ever read any of those? Man Thing. That's like Marvel's Swamp Thing kind of. Swamp Thing was an awesome show. I never watched. I never saw the show. I've seen the movies. I gotta watch the show.
It's so good. It sucks that they canceled it though. Like that's the thing. They give us this good stuff, and then they're like, "Yeah, let's just cancel it and let's keep doing the same shit." That's bad.
Yeah.
They could be benefiting so much just by putting. If they would have built the DCU up correctly, it would be paying off right now.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. I really want to see Anti-Venom. Did you guys ever play the game? I think it was Spider-Man 2099, and then Anti-Venom was kind of one of the big bads, but the story was really good as far as like the twist.
Eddie Brock gets the symbiote back, right? If I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, I think so. And then, like, do you guys remember the end part where the big reveal on who like the baddie was? Like, it dealt with like time travel type stuff, but it was really cool though. I mean, they can do a lot with Venom. What are their plans? They're bringing Mobius, and then they're going to bring in other people to form something else. Is that kind of the plan they're going?
I think Sinister Six is like what they're trying to.
Fingers crossed they do Sinister Six. I've been waiting so long. What it feels like.
They're definitely building their own universe, though.
Oh yeah, the Sony universe of Marvel characters is what they're calling it.
Toxic Avenger. Yeah. Give me that.
Dude, I haven't watched a Troma movie in probably 15 years.
I remember the cartoon too. The Toxic Crusader.
Toxic Avenger cartoon.
Yeah.
Toxic Crusader.
Yep.
Yeah. Oh my god, dude, those fucking shows. I got something I want to play. Normally it's not one of our regular bumpers though. Before we go into our last article of the night. And this is, of course, we're going to go over to this little, probably the worst channel on YouTube I've ever seen. This is from Tony Tonedeaf's channel. This is if you haven't seen it yet, ladies and gentlemen, this is the actual leaked footage of Gina Carano getting fired. So here we go.
Good morning. You wanted to see me?
Well, Gina, we wanted to do this by email, see?
Your public comments, sweetheart, they're hurting our image.
Our PR department described it as disastrous. A woman doing the maths and speaking her mind to the people.
Not when I've got public office around the corner, toots.
I said 2 sugars, you fucking asshole.
Look, guys. I get public image, especially for a multinational corporation that deals in family entertainment. I just heeded the warnings of generations before us, and I thought it might bring us together as one people. I saw something, so I said something.
Exactly. If you want to keep warning them, it's never gonna happen, see?
How do you feel about red lipstick on screen, doll?
The problem is once a person, especially a woman, starts speaking for themselves, thoughts of liberty and justice begin to affect our narrative, and that threatens our power. Could you just toe the line, baby doll?
What if we stopped expecting other people to live up to an image that somebody else internalized? You know, less talk, more listening. You know, the golden rule.
Abhorrent. You're fired, sweet tits.
That's so good.
I had to play that. I had to play that for
that and Wakanda Land are my favorite.
Well, here I need to cue this up anyway. So why don't we take a trip to fucking Wakanda Land while we're at it? Fuck it. Here we go, ladies and gentlemen. It's back to back Tone Deaf.
Do you ever look around at your continent and feel a little down? Ashamed of where you come from? Do you ever see your parents offered up to a Libyan warlord from your cage and silently wish to yourself, reality can be whatever I want? My friends, are you simply hungry?
Hi, I'm trans non-binary Disney CEO Bob JPEG, and I'm inviting you to experience the other side of reality. Relax, recuperate, and reinvent yourself at our newest and most diverse Walt Disney World Resort. When real life doesn't quite cut it, come experience our version of Africa. Introducing Wakanda Land.
Book your reservation at Wakanda Land today and get a free 30-day trial to Lucasfilm writer Leslie Headland's new dating app, Wine and Dynasty. It's a sure thing every time. Available for download through the App Store or Google Play.
That's pretty good.
That one, Tony, that never gets old. I love that fucking. I love that. I love
It's so
that
good.
so much. It is.
It had me busting up laughing in the middle of a Sam's Club when he first sent it to me.
It's fucking genius.
Mm-hmm.
Fucking Wakanda Land. You need to do a sequel though, and add a liquor store and a gun shop right next to Planned Parenthood.
Wanda, what is it? What a Wanda Land for forever or something? Or...
Wakanda Land Forever.
Yeah, Wakanda Land Forever.
That's a sequel. We got Wakanda Land Forever.
Mm-hmm.
So here we are. I called an audible because I saw this article dropped, and this will save me from doing a video on it tomorrow. Kevin Smith continues to deny Masters of the Universe Revelation was a bait and switch, tells upset fans to grow the fuck up. This from our boy over at Bounty and the Comics, Spencer Bakuli. Big shout out to John Trent, Spencer, JB Augustine, Josh Berger, and Drew over there at Bounding. Drew, one of my fellow rogues, is a member of the staff over at Bounding in the Comics. So big shout out to those guys doing the Lord's work over there. Let's check this article out. Tony, I know you haven't watched this. Draven, Tim, have y'all watched Masters?
I haven't watched it.
I watched the first episode, but not after that.
Yeah. Did you just not watch it because it was just like you're done already, or is it just no time yet?
Well, kind of time, but then also I was like hearing about like what everyone else was saying about it. So I was like, all right, I'll give it a shot. I was like, the first episode wasn't that bad, but then I kind of heard a couple spoilers, whatever, how they kind of kill off a certain character twice, and then like just kind of like, I don't know, I get it as far as like how Kevin Smith did kind of package this with all He-Man stuff and the promotion stuff, and it's like it was a switch. I don't like how Kevin Smith, like, that's not professional, like, at all. You should just like, you know, make a different type of statement instead of say grow the F up or whatever. Just, you know, not even talk about the backlash, or just talk about something else. Like you never want to attack the fans.
I like what Jeremy from the Quartering said. If we grew the fuck up, we wouldn't be watching Masters of the Universe.
That's true. Yeah.
Right?
Yeah. Like Henry Cavill conducts himself in a really professional manner. Like, because they try to bait him, asking about the fans. Like, what do you think about like fans backlashing stuff? And he's like, the fans are just passionate. He said something along with those lines. They're just passionate fans, and you kind of never want to like, you know, attack them or whatever. I don't think he said directly that, but he said the fans are just passionate because he's a fan. He's an actual gamer and stuff. So just like you don't want to divide your audience. You just keep it at face value. If there's a backlash, you just don't like, you know, answer. You answer it like a president would. You kind of divert the situation to something else. That's the way I would do it. You know, I don't know. I feel like yeah, it just that's all I gotta say.
Mhm.
No, you're spot on, man. Draven just sent me this. I want to share this, and I want to read this. This is from Jar.
It was a tweet that somebody that I think Chief Eddie found. So
Okay. Yeah. Kevin Smith spent an evening recording a rant about how Tim Burton didn't understand the source material when he made Batman in 1989, and then he released it on DVD. He literally made money shitting on someone for not understanding the source material. Then he worked on the new Masters of the Universe, where people rightfully shat on him for not understanding the source material. Smith's response was, "Hey, if you don't like something, you should shut up." The people who are critiquing you learned it from watching you. They watched you for 20 years shitting on people for not understanding or getting nerd culture. You made us, so don't expect the kid gloves now just because you're on the receiving end of it. And that is more true words could not be spoken there.
exactly.
Kevin Smith is just a bitch ass whiner now. Like, I mean, look, this is the face of a pathetic motherfucker. Like, he's like, I'm 51 years old, but you're a child. You're crying at like nothing. Like, what do you fuck, dude? Like, you turn it, like, he lost all that weight and you turn into a bitch. Like, and I used to think some of his shit was funny, like not all of it, but some of it. And
Well, he like idolizes his kid, and she's like a big SJW from what I've been hearing. So I don't know whether or not some of the stuff that he is like trying to push is his own ideology, or it's since he idolizes his kid so much that he's just following suit because that's what his daughter wants.
You know, I was making this point the other day. He's not the best writer in the world, and he's not the best director in the world. But I think what his God-given talent was, at least at a time, is that he was in touch with the generation. He was in touch with his audience. And I don't think he's as in touch anymore. So maybe that is something he's doing, is he's trying to, vicariously live through his daughter and feel what the newer generation is feeling that he can appeal to. But I don't know.
Yeah.
It just feels to me like, I like a few of his movies, but it always felt like his goal was to get to Hollywood and to be accepted and to be this director, and wanted to, but Hollywood is Ego the Living Planet and Guardians 2. It looks beautiful, but there's a cave full of kid skeletons, like there's a dark side.
I also feel like this is just a cash grab for him to make a deal with and get some money, so he can make Clerks 3. So he basically sold his soul to the devil just so he could get his Clerks 3 made.
Yeah, and Vinny Tartamel, he was talking about this on all the streams I've been on with him. Kevin Smith was brought in just to be the PR man for this. Like, his creative input on this was very little.
Yeah.
He had some, but for the most part, it was Ted Biaselli and I can't remember, was it Ron David? I can't remember the other guy's name. But there was two guys, and then Smith is like the executive producer or whatever. So, he had some input. But no, they did a bait and switch. And for him to say otherwise is just bullshit. It's just he knows he's caught. He knows he's fucking caught. He lied. He's lied about this for a year. He tried to drag Clownfish. Like you said, dude's got, what was it, 3 million fucking followers? And at the time, Clownfish TV's channel wasn't anywhere near as big as it is now, and he still went hard in the paint at him. That's why when I did my video earlier, I tagged this punk ass in the tweet. I'm like, is he probably ever going to respond or do anything? No. But I'm not afraid to, if I'm going to fucking talk shit, I'm going to tag you in the fucking tweet. That's why I tagged that bitch Caroline Dries from the CW in all my Batwoman videos. They blocked me from the check mark. 2 out of 3 of the check mark accounts from CW. I'm waiting for her to block me, but no, him. I was like, I have no problem with that. I was like, come on after me if you want to, big boy. I'll monetize my haters. I'll make money off you. I'm not making any yet, but trust me, if I get into a feud with Kevin Smith, I'll turn that into money one way or another.
Yeah.
It's funny though, but he's the kind of person that would punch down.
Mm-hmm.
He is. He truly is.
Well, like they were just going over rumors and stuff. They weren't saying anything was fact.
Yep.
If he'd have just shut his mouth, not said anything, nobody would have been the wiser. Like, you know what I mean?
Do you mind me cutting in here real quick?
Oh,
Just
go
with
ahead.
you covering the lower part of his mouth, it looks like he's giving oral and making eye contact, and it's making me uncomfortably tough.
Oh yeah.
Now it's okay, but when you cut, yeah.
Wait,
That's great.
Hang on. He was getting.
Oh, got a tissue there for you?
He's gotta wipe his nose. He's got a little.
Is that
it's
white
my
residue
grandpa's-
around his nose?
He looks like the cop in the cop in was it Samurai Cop with the blow stuck in his nose during the shot. Nobody told him it was there. So this dude did a whole take with a little Coke rock shoved up in his nose, and they just never said anything to him.
Oh crap!
Yeah, dude, that's the '80s, man. That's that was Samurai Cop. That movie's fucking amazing. It's still on YouTube for free if you get a chance, watch that one. But yeah, he's a piece of shit. He's a liar. In this show, like I said, I watched all 5 episodes twice. I watched them twice, and my review today, I didn't script anything. This is how this is how much I hate myself. I watched this show twice. No, the first episode honestly wasn't too bad. But yeah, when spoiler alert if you haven't seen it or if you're gonna watch it, I hate saying that. I just do, but I'm just gonna say it. They kill fucking He-Man not once but twice. And then they kill Moss Man with no fanfare, nothing. He comes out. Yep. He was the living basement in Castle Grayskull, and he comes to life. He grabs Skeletor and he's like, "I'll kill you, bye bye." And Skeletor's like, "You first," and he sets him on fire and burns Moss Man to death, which was Alan Oppenheimer, who was the original voice of fucking Skeletor, and he still does the Skeletor voice at cons. But they hired Mark Hamill to be Skeletor, and now Skeletor sounds like the goddamn Joker.
Oh.
I love Mark Hamill, but he's not all that when it comes to his voice acting because everything sounds like the Joker.
Yeah,
I love Luke Skywalker, but fuck Mark Hamill.
Yeah, exactly. You can't follow him on Twitter. Don't follow him.
He does a good Joker.
He does.
The other person that does a good voice of Joker, I like the guy that John DiMaggio from Under the Red Hood. I enjoyed his Joker. It's a more, I guess, visceral kind of Joker.
Yeah, I'm not knocking his Joker, but I don't want fucking Skeletor to sound like the Joker, and that's exactly what he did to the character. Sarah Michelle Gellar as Tila is bland as Sarah Michelle Gellar. She is
she voiced Tila.
She sounds bitchy and whiny, and and it perfectly encapsulates the character. Is just a narcissistic fucking cow. That's all. It's just a narcissistic fucking cow.
Stick to Instagram pictures.
They made it. It was so insufferable. But the art is beautiful. Beastman looks fucking great.
Oh yeah.
I wasn't a fan of Evelyn at first, but when she let that hair down, I was like, I dig it, Ma. I dig it. Tila, I can't get with the fuck. I can't do it.
This sounds just like The Last Jedi, man. It's like all these problems, and it was shot beautifully, but then there's the laundry list of problems with it.
Well, look at Adam. And you got Andra. That's a race swap right there. And so I heard Clownfish and Yellow Flash talking about this the other day, and I want to pose this to you guys since we're talking about it.
Yeah. So if it's a continuation, how are they race swapping somebody?
Yeah, Andra was never in the show. She was only in the comics, and she was a redhead. And Ted Biaselli from Netflix said, "Do we really need 2 badass redheads? I don't think so. This is a perfect opportunity to make one black." So they made Andra black because she had a fan base, but not a lot of appearances. So they did this. So how about this? Tila is the sorceress's daughter. All right. Tila's the sorceress's daughter. After this show, after the second batch of episodes, so Tila takes over as the new sorceress. and Andra is fucking He-Man, because Andra's always going on and on about wanting to be an adventurer. Like, her and Orko have this deep conversation about it, and Orko tells her to hang on to like things, because all you'll have left at the end of it is memories and friends, you know. And it was this like deep conversation she had with him, and you could tell she wants to be like, you know, that. So what if they make Andra He-Man and Teela's the new sorceress?
I thought Teela was isn't she Man at Arms' daughter?
She is.
Man at Arms hooked up with the sorceress.
Whatever. Maybe his mustache tickled.
She took a mustache ride.
Yeah.
Who wants mustache rides? I want one. I want one too. But yeah, so I heard that theory, and I was like, I could actually, that's just ridiculous enough to fucking happen. Like, if they made Andra He-Man, holy shit, dude. I hope Kevin Smith like relishes the money he made off of this, because he sold out everything that. Oh, but he didn't like He-Man. He didn't like He-Man, remember? And they killed Orko off too.
I heard that too.
Tony Todd played Scareglow. The voice cast in this was fucking amazing. Like it did, outside of Sarah Michelle Gellar, you had some talented voice actors. Dennis Haysbert was King Grayskull, who they race swapped. He's black.
Well, I thought the only people that could be He-Man and She-Ra was like that bloodline,
right?
So how does what's her name?
Well,
what
Andra?
Yeah, how does she become He-Man or he or whatever?
I'm speculating.
Oh, you're speculating.
That's
okay.
just that's straight from my sources on Reddit. No,
Okay.
I kid. But no, damn you. But no, seriously, I could see them doing that, making Andra He-Man. And yeah, because Beastman and Evelyn do a fucking heel turn when Skeletor comes back, and Skeletor has the power sword, and he fucking goes by the power, you know, and he does the gimmick, and he fucking transforms into like Super Skeletor, and then okay, so when Teela is they go to see Scareglow, they have to go to Subternia, and they have to see Scareglow, which, you know, Tony Todd did excellent. He says, you know, he wants her fear in exchange for going to Subternia. And her fear in this, I heard Az and somebody else talk about it. Her fear was being too good at everything. Yeah. That was her fear.
What?
That is literally her fucking fear, was being too awesome. And it's just like, yeah, like being too good at everything. Too good of a fighter, you know, warrior, It's like, holy shit, dude. Like,
wow.
Oh my God.
This has to be intentional trolling. It has to be. You know? Like, it has to be.
Why is Prince Eric so, like, scrawny looking compared to, like, everyone else? Like, he's jacked and he's He-Man, but, like, in his normal form, he's kind of, like, treated almost like a beta male, and all the, like, chicks are just, like, awesome. All right, especially Teela. Teela's, yeah, she's done all this training stuff, but even before, like, in the first episode, he just kind of seemed like, in his normal state, he just seemed, like, weak. And he just happened to be a king. You know, you'd think he would be tough even in his weak state. You think he would have like combat training, or it just didn't seem like he was like trained. So, yeah, that's what kind of threw me off.
I would say then King Randor's an asshole to him, you know, and he says something about Duncan being proud of Teela, and he goes, it must be nice to be proud of your kid or something like that. To him, you know, and it's like, damn, man, it's like he doesn't know his kid's He-Man. But yeah, they made Teela, dude. They just like it when I saw somebody took the hair off her and just gave her like a buzz cut, and it looks like a dude. It's like, and I don't mind a woman with arms as big as mine. That shit don't scare me at all. Matter of fact, I rather enjoy it.
Like Teela, though.
But that doesn't look like, that's not Teela. That's not even Mad Max Road Warrior version of Teela. It's not.
The 2002 He-Man Teela looked good. This looks like shit.
Did she look like the original one, like feminine? You know?
Yeah, she looked feminine. She had long hair and everything.
Did she have like the snake like gimmick get up on? Yeah,
I think so.
Yeah, like that, like the action figure in the original series. That's like her armor she had. Yeah. Yeah, this you're right, Tony. It does have to be a troll job. Like I mean, this too bad to be anything else. Yeah, like right here, you could see they cut it off at the shoulder, but when they were walking together through the forest, you can see she's fucking bigger than him.
Mm-hmm.
Like, and I understand what they did with Adam in this one. They wanted to make it like more of a drastic transformation between He-Man and Adam. Okay, but like you said, Tim, that's absolutely a valid point. Is he should still have some basic fundamental combat training, and they went out of their way to like underlying like gay undertones with him this time. Like there's like this unspoken thing with him and Tila. You know what I mean? Like it was just there, and I'm like, why are you doing this to this character? Like this does not make any sense canonically. It's so fucking stupid, and this just shows the lack of creativity. And yeah, they made him look ineffectual and weak. It's like the prototype beta male. Amidst the vocal backlash of the bait and switch of killing off He-Man in the first episode of Masters Universe Revelation, showrunner Kevin Smith has denied that any such occurrence took place within the first part of his recently released Netflix He-Man revival, even going so far to tell fans upset with his handling of the series to grow the fuck up. Hosting a recent Masters of the Universe Revelation themed episode of his own podcast, Fat Man Beyond, alongside Orko voice actor Griffin Newman, Smith responded to fan outrage against his decision to not only kill off He-Man in the first episode of Revelation, but also continually and publicly deny that any such event would come to pass by explaining that the writing team approached the series with the very idea that you have to keep away with the power sword. Play keep away with the power sword. In order to make an interesting story, the first thing you do is take the most powerful man in the universe and try to fucking keep the sword away from him, said Smith. How do we do it in episode 1? Is he gives his fucking life. He sacrifices his life.
Yeah, well, you know what? I blame Kevin Smith and fans like Kevin Smith for fucking Star Wars being in Disney's hands right now. So you grow the fuck up, motherfucker. You had the balls to like sit there for years and talk shit, about George Lucas and his creation and good Star Wars. And then your sorry asses going on set with Rian Johnson and falling into tears over green titty milk. So I don't want to fucking hear from you that we need to grow up when you come into a franchise that you didn't care about. And whether you had creative direction or not, you still fucking just squat and take a big dump on the fans when this franchise, and again, like Star Wars, it's something fans, haven't gotten much of in the past few decades. I know there was the show earlier this millennium, but it's not much, and then you bring it back and the animation looks great and you just shit all over everything.
It's like Thundercats when they did that Roar thing. It was just a shit show. It should have never happened. And they had one in the early 2000s that was actually pretty good, but they didn't push it or anything.
Dude, when I saw that they were coming out with that Thundercats Roar, I was like, I just heard about it. I'm like, oh, cool. And then I saw the animation. I'm like, what the fuck is this? Like, I it's that Cal Art bullshit. And I DVR'd like the first episode or two, and I was like, hey Trey, I was like, you want to check this out? He was like, he watched 5 minutes of it because I don't want to watch this anymore. It's stupid. I'm like, fair enough,
like
but I don't want to
animation.
Teen Titans Go is actually funny though. Like
some of the episodes.
I fucking love that show. I do. I shamelessly love that show. It's so stupid. It's funny. That one I can watch and just be like, this is just retarded fun. Like that's what I look at that show as. It's like The Amazing World of Gumball.
That show is great.
That is freaking hilarious.
It's so good. The one episode that's like Home Alone where the cops because all the cops are like food items in Amazing World of Gumball, and they set up the house with all the Home Alone traps, and they come in and like the banana gets like sliced by the steps. It's good.
The mom is such a badass in that show too. It's fucking hilarious, dude.
Yep.
This is how much we like He-Man. We're talking about the Amazing World of Gumball.
And the dad is just an idiot.
Oh my god, he's so fucking dumb.
Yeah, he is, but it's funny.
Oh, it's great because he's just this bumbling idiot.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Back to the He-Man. Turning to the specific accusations that He-Man steps aside in his own series, Smith argued if He-Man giving his life for the entire universe is stepping aside, then Tony Stark in the Marvel Cinematic Universe stepped aside. Jesus Christ stepped aside. It's a messianic moment. If you follow classic literature, the hero's arc. It's where the hero has to go, eventually, he added. You have to sacrifice your own life for a cause greater than yourself.
But Tony Stark didn't step aside 5 minutes into Iron Man 1.
Took 22 films.
Exactly.
Right? 10 years later, he stepped aside.
And I bet you if you say that to him, he's like, well, you have the original series. That was all this build-up. And then,
Yep. Yeah, okay.
You mean
Kevin.
the one that was for babies?
Yeah.
Right.
20 years ago or however long that was, like, He-Man hasn't really been relevant. Like,
exactly.
No, not since the movie was, what, 89, 88?
Mm-hmm.
No, I'm sorry, 80, 86, 87, around there. It was right around the time. I do too.
2002 one.
Yep,
And,
they did the 2002 series.
Which was really good. They did like a backstory of like Skeletor and like how he became Skeletor.
Yeah, I heard that. They went into like how he lost his face and everything.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, which was awesome.
See, and this is Scareglow, who is played by Tony Todd, and yeah, this was great because this was when Tila was like, I'm so good, I'm afraid of being better than everybody. That's basically what she was doing. He was all pissed. He's like, no, give me your fear, and she's like, you can't have that. When folks are going, oh man, you fucking emasculated He-Man, I'm like, by making him sacrifice himself, by saving all of Eternia, Smith continued, that's not sidelining, that's not stepping aside, that's heroic, that's the point of a hero. No, you just wanted a Tila spin-off show, and you knew nobody wanted to watch it, so you paraded it out as Masters of the Universe, and then fucking were like, bam, it's a Tila spin-off. That's what you did.
Fucking greaseball.
Mm-hmm.
Even the trailer, I watched that first trailer, I was like, man, this looks awesome. And I thought it was like more
awesome.
centered around like He-Man. And I was like, I felt like my masculinity level just went up like 10 bars or something watching it. Yeah. But like, and then I saw people trying to bring up the argument. It's like, well, you guys knew the script or what they were going to do. I was like, did we though? Like, I didn't. Like, I just thought it was going to be He-Man. And then that's all I was seeing in the marketing material. So that's, I don't know. People keep on. They're like, well, you guys knew this. We did. Like, the general going movie audience or people watching Netflix didn't know that. Like, so, yeah.
No, tuning into the He-Man show to see He-Man and the Masters of the Universe.
Yeah.
Yep, that's right. You know, not Tila and the Masters of the Universe. You know, it's a fucking joke. Let's see. However messianic or not, Smith appears to fail to realize that each of these moments was in fact stepping aside of the respective character so that others could take up the reins in their stead. In the MCU, Tony's death opened up the door and allowed for a new generation of heroes to exist in a world that hadn't been decimated by Thanos, whilst Jesus' death in the New Testament gives way to the stories of his disciples as they continued to preach his lessons and spread the word of his divinity. And here's what Star Wars tried to copy. I'm Rey. I'm old Jedi. To that end, yeah, dude, they straight up ripped that off from Endgame. I'm like, damn, you didn't copy them in the same fucking year.
I think this is the first time I've seen Orko in the new series. I hate that.
Honestly, I liked Orko in this. I liked Orko though as a kid.
Yeah, I liked Orko too as a kid.
I hate his design. Like, he looks creepy.
He did. He looked a little weird, but he's still like the same, like kind of like fun, you know, kind of childlike wonder Orko. And he has like that badass moment right before fucking Scareglow kills him. And dude, I ain't gonna lie, when Orko died, I kind of sat back. I'm like, you did not just kill fucking Orko. Like, you see like Scareglow, Orko's got these 3 big ass protection rings, and Scareglow's projecting his like mist at him, and Orko's deflecting it, and Scareglow starts making his way through the fucking rings, and Orko's like, I'm not afraid of you, and fucking Scareglow pulls him into the ring, and they just disappear, and you see one little piece of Orko's cloak fall to the floor. So it was, man, it was like he sacrificed himself, and I'm like, why are you killing off like all these like they kill Roboto, who is played by Justin Long. Like he blows up to start the forge to reforge the power swords. So Roboto, who is basically Man-at-Arms Duncan's son, like that he created, kills himself. It's like he's like Tila's brother, basically. Roboto is. And I liked Roboto too. Like he's a cool fucking character. Like as a kid, like knowing that somebody like a fan designed that character, and they obviously tweaked it a little bit, but yeah, that's how the character was created. It was a fan contest.
Stupid.
That's
They're
cool.
just cashing in on the equity of these franchises. That's all they're doing.
Yep.
Like, so stupid.
Well, Brutal Morningwood said, "Not she, ma'am, and the clam masters of the Unja, the Univash." Oh God. What's up, Greg Levitri? Hail, sir. Yeah, this is just it's bad. It is. Let's see. To that end, Newman then asserted in Smith's defense, the thing that frustrates me so much about this lie thing is that people are coming up knocking on your door and saying, "Is it true that this happens in episode 4? Fucking 9 months before the show comes out. How are we supposed to answer that question?" Newman asked Smith. You want people to watch the thing in real time. You want to see the story unfold. You don't want to preload those expectations. You got to get tricky with your words and be able to weave around these traffic cones. Yeah, see, I thought Orko looked all right.
Yeah,
I mean,
but the thing...
His
Sorry.
eyes are different. No, his eyes and his ears are a little bit different.
They didn't approach Kevin Smith asking him anything. Clownfish TV didn't even make a video. They tweeted out in a tweet that he was not tagged in, that they heard he was stepping aside. They didn't go, hey, is Darth Vader Luke's father? And again, like I've heard every other YouTuber say, the way you handle that is you don't respond if someone asks that. You don't fucking lie.
Yep.
Right? But he's such a narcissist, he fucking has to. He fucking has to. Let's see here. Hang on. I got let me switch over here. Parrot Head, I just opened up your message. I'm gonna show that picture in a minute. Smith confidently countered, I didn't think I was tricky with the words. I literally said, Tila does no stepping aside. Does he mean He-Man?
Yeah, I think they messed that up.
Yeah. Damn it, Spencer. Who's is JB? Is JB editing again? God damn that. I'm gonna lay it down right now. Bounding. I'll let you hire me to come in and edit because that's actually something I'm good at.
They wrote the quiet part out loud. Tila does no stepping aside.
Right, the silent part. The Tila's silent in this sentence. He-Man does no stepping aside. Given how his sentence progressed, it's unclear whether he meant something by this or simply confused He-Man and Tila. Oh, he did say it like that. All right.
They've taken massive. Like, even in the older cartoon, Adam wasn't... Okay, he wasn't He-Man when he was Adam, but he wasn't... Look at that. Like, he was bigger than Tila, definitely.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
He still had...
Well, here's the 2002 He-Man, what they look like.
Jesus.
So this is the 2002, and that's Tila over there in the right, and then Orko, Man-at-Arms, and Ram Man, and
Ram Man looks. Oh, Stratos. That's Stratos up top.
They're all updated, but you can tell who they are. You know?
Yep.
Exactly.
So stupid.
Yeah, Tila's fucking hot back then in that version, man.
Oh yeah.
Like she was. Hang on, I'm gonna show this picture Parrot Head just sent me. Let me fucking go over here and find this. Yeah, dude, he sent me. It's a picture of just her. Hang on, let's see. Stop screen. Let me go over here and get this one. Yeah, it's like why didn't we have what was what was wrong with
from 2002?
design? Yeah, what was wrong with designing her like that? There's a good, nice. I'm trying to make it blow the picture up, it's not working. But that looks good.
Mm-hmm.
Like that's a good looking character design, and she doesn't look like a raging fucking lesbian.
Yep.
I mean, it's fucking stupid that this is the route that they always have to go. Like you said, Tony, look at how big she is compared to Adam. Like, I'm not gonna lie, I kind of want an angry hand job from her, but I mean, 'cause she looks like she'd give one of those.
Good lord.
I mean, put them fucking pipes to use, girl. Let's see what you can do with those things. I know you can open a jar of pickles. I mean, shit. Let's.
Like, this is literally like they're making like the communist version of all of our heroes, and of course, it's never as good.
Yep.
You know, it's just some B-tier, fucking played out, watered down bullshit. Like, that picture looks so bad. If you would have just shown me this out of context, other than the clothes he's wearing, the vest, I mean, if you would have just shown me, hey, guess what show this is, and I didn't know they were making a He-Man, a new He-Man. That's not Tila. That's some chick, some fucking bulked up chick. That's not Tila,
No.
It's...
No.
It looks like Luke Skywalker and a buff Mara Jade or something like that.
Yeah.
Because Luke's not very big, so, I mean, that's more jacked than Luke, but yeah.
Yeah, he's got that page boy look about him, Let's see. It says, I'll tell you right now, here's another spoiler, but she never wields the sword ever in any of the new episodes. So anything I said was the God's honest fucking truth. And Smith, you're full of shit, dude.
Oh, fuck you, dude.
On the specific topic of his reaction to Clownfish TV's now probably accurate reporting, Smith maintained, people are saying you lied to Clownfish, you gotta apologize, and I honestly fucking believe with my heart, I'll put my child's life on it, none of those things I said are fucking lies, they're all factual. Well, that's mental gymnastics if I've ever heard it. However, the director did apologize to the YouTubers for leaning into it, tweeting, then hitting it again, tweeting again later on, claiming his responses to their reporting were made simply to obfuscate from what I felt like was the thing that I didn't want anyone to know. That Adam dies in the first episode of the series. While I was sitting there going, oh shit, they're going to start talking about He-Man's death in episode 1, Smith recalled, over here, the conversation with Clownfish that I can address, I could only answer this. Maybe take attention away from this over here, and mercifully, leaks of Adam's death never got louder, so people never knew. And this, she didn't actually look bad right here.
Yeah, she looks fine there.
Like, that
but
was
did she cut her hair, or?
Yeah, this is before, this is before she found out. This is right when she found out that He-Man died and that he was Adam. And she got pissed. And this is literally at her ceremony. She throws down her fucking headpiece and gets all pissed and starts yelling at like Randor and Marlena and Orko and Cringer and all them.
Good son.
Yep. Because they didn't tell her. How dare they now not tell her? How dare they not let her know? I mean, she's just, yeah, it was just like, she's such a fucking annoying bitch the entire show. Like, in Sarah Michelle Gellar, God love her, her voice was like perfect for that because it's so flat. And that's how Tila's voice is. This whole it's just flat, everything she says. So yeah, it was. This was the best she looked the whole fucking show, like right here in the very beginning, before the fucking SJW haircut.
Yeah. Why is it such a cliche in Hollywood? Like every movie, when a woman wants to become like tough or a rebel, they cut their hair. Like even in the newer Power Rangers movies, they did that with Kimberly. She cut her hair.
Yep.
Yeah, it's a bad trope that needs to stop happening.
Yeah.
Like if anything, her hair should have been like longer, flowing because of the passage of time. So
yeah.
Well,
don't get me started on the new Power Rangers.
I like the 2017 Power Rangers movie. I'll die on that fucking hill.
They're bad.
They think taking on masculine traits like somehow proves something to men, but it's not. You're just proving things to other women. Like same thing with that tweet. It's a few years old now of a girl complaining how men never have to worry about wearing the same outfit twice, and if I were to wear the same dress, and like a guy replied, like, I've never cared if I've seen a girl wearing the same dress twice.
Yeah,
That's
same.
between y'all, you know. It's, you're doing it to impress other females. And same thing with this, taking on the masculine traits and shit. That's not for guys. That ain't proving nothing to us. You're proving something to your own insecurities to other women. Like,
yeah.
Yeah.
And
It's
even
just,
like,
God, I hate that haircut.
Look at Captain Marvel. She cut her hair? In the Terminator, Dark Fate, they have like I didn't even see that movie, but you know they had the shorter hair.
If you get rid of the Terminator stuff, it's not a bad action movie. But other than that, it's
And even looking like Old Guard, I don't know. It's not. I actually like the movie, but
Old Guard was fun.
Yeah. Charlize Theron wears that Tila haircut. It's like that stereotypical type look. It's like yeah.
The angry feminist look.
I wonder if they're supposed to do a sequel of that, aren't they?
Yeah.
Old Guard, because I really like that, despite it being kind of cliche with the whole Immortals thing. I didn't mind it.
Yeah, I liked it.
I don't even know what you're talking about.
You never seen Old Guard? It was bad.
No, what's it on?
Netflix,
yeah.
Is it? Oh shit! All right. So I have access to that. Then we'll go back to here. We'll put Mike Zero up behind me for the end. There we go. We'll go with Mike. I'm Mike Zero. Thank you very much for joining the light side of the force. Oh shit! So this is just fucking bad. To add to his rhetoric, in an interview with Variety given weeks before Revelation's debut and published the same day as the aforementioned podcast, Smith once again engaged in an order to... Did I read this again? Did I read this fucking paragraph already? Obfuscate the truth by stating fans outraged by the show's lack of He-Man didn't understand the show we based it on. There were episodes where he lost the sword and never became He-Man. He attempted to reason. It wasn't like He-Man always saved the day. His friends helped him. That was the fucking point of the show. Yeah, but he said there was no... Like, they said Tila was an afterthought in the first show. Like, the very second episode of the first series is called Tila's Quest. The second episode of the show in its entire run is about Tila. She had more than one arc, too, in the season.
Isn't there, like, hints that she is, like, in the original, that she's, like, related to the sorceress or something?
Yeah. I believe they hinted at it because she has, like, some magical abilities.
Here's the fucking thing. This show was made to sell toys to boys because girls, they bought dolls. Girls, they watched Barbie and fucking My Little Pony and all that shit, and they bought the dolls. How do we get boys to buy, so of course the show is going to focus on He-Man. It's okay for boys to have something too.
They're
that's
not... why they made She-Ra.
Yeah,
right.
They don't have an arc in the Barbie show where Ken goes to the strip club and gets a BJ in the back. Like, they don't do that. It's okay for boys to have something too. It's fucking insane.
Yep.
We make you Wonder Woman, and well, that's not good enough. We need Supergirl. We need Superwoman. It's like, what do you think Wonder Woman is? Fucking
she
assholes.
Is pretty much Superwoman or super.
Yep.
The female.
She has
Superman.
all the same powers.
Pretty much.
Jeez, man. It's like they're never fucking happy. Like, they were trying to figure out how to sell dolls to boys. That's the fucking point of He-Man.
Welcome to the 90s, where that's all it was. Late the 80s and the 90s with cartoons, it was all about toy sales, man. That's all they're trying to push. Yeah.
It was awesome.
Great. That was the best time to be a kid.
Yeah, fucking having a big play war in my head. Just sitting in my room with all my action figures. Fucking awesome.
Dude, it would take me hours to just set stuff up and then go from there. And I even had like the Mighty Max thing because that was basically Polly Pocket for dudes. And I would spend hours setting that up, and they had like little Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle ones of those too. So I'd add that to it, and I'd have like this whole city like scape built. And then Mighty Max, obviously, since they travel through dimensions and stuff, I would add that into the story. It was great.
Hell yeah. Dude, me and Trey build, like, he's got these blocks, and we build, like, a big-ass fucking wall in the living room, and we'll set up, like, an air base behind it, because I bought him, like, a bunch of planes and helicopters, and then
nice.
we've got all the Star Wars ships, so we get all my Star Wars, it's usually, like, you've got G.I. Joes, you've got superheroes, you've got Star Wars, you got Marvel Legends, we got the two big fucking dinosaurs from the Jurassic Park toy line, the colossal T-Rex and the Indominus Rex, and then you throw in the fucking Motu figures and the Ninja Turtles, and and he's got, like, what have we got? You know those Titan series figures? We got like 70 of those fucking things.
Nice.
So yeah, dude, like my house
coming
is,
over
like,
to your house and playing.
It's seriously like I'm not even joking. The one day I was sitting here and I was cleaning the living room when they were gone, and I was moving his action figures, and I fucking set the Star Wars tote down. Next thing you know, I'm sitting there playing with the fucking stormtroopers and shit, and I'm like, I go in my office, I get my black, I got the whale, the Rebel transport, I painted it black and made it an Imperial one.
Oh, nice.
And I got all my I go and get all my stormtroopers out, and I'm sitting there on the table just setting them up in different poses and fucking with them. Next thing you know, I took a bunch of them out in the snow and was setting them up in the snow in his snow fort. I built like a little Hoth thing, so we'll go out there and play with them. But yeah, because I've got a bunch of Hoth shit, so I set all that up out there and was taking pictures of it for Facebook and Instagram.
Awesome.
Yeah, I have issues. I'm literally a child.
Hey, let's make a female Batman. I know, we'll name her Catwoman. She'll be all badass. No, we need Batgirl too.
And Batwoman.
You need
Batwoman, Batgirl. You got Supergirl, Superwoman, Woman.
It's insane. And it's like
Superwoman girl
dressed. Yeah.
Here's another picture of the 2002 that has the other guy in it. On the far right.
Oh, Mechaneck.
Yeah, Mechaneck, that's it.
Mechaneck. Yep, I've got him, man. I still like Ram Man was so fucking cool though.
Ram Man was awesome as a kid.
Yep. I've still got mine still bounces and shit too.
Nice.
It's still
and then
works.
I liked the bee too. The bee
Buzz Off.
I liked him. He had the wings and stuff.
Yep.
And
mine
then
still got his wings in his little hat.
There was the suction cup mouth dude.
Oh, yep, Suckor.
Yeah, and you could like
that.
Fill them up with water and squirt water out of it. Like they all had like little things. It was awesome.
I have a it's one of the snake guys, and you can take his head off, and he pumps water, and it still works. I tried it the other day when me and Trey were playing with him. One guy I gotta get, one of the original bad guys, one of the villains. One of my favorite characters is Triclops, and I love that fucking Henry Rollins did his voice in.
That's the two-headed dude, right? Or no?
Nope, 3 eyes. Triclops.
Oh yeah. The thing spins. These green, yeah.
He's a cult leader in the new show.
Okay.
The cult of technology. Yeah, it's very. It was a very odd type. Like they took over Snake Mountain and shit. Yeah. So let's see. It says Smith also questioned the logic behind fan complaints, asking rhetorically, like you really fucking think Mattel Television, who hired me and paid me money, wants to do a fucking Master of the Universe show without He-Man before telling the fans to grow the fuck up, man. Like that blew my mind, he concluded. A bunch of people being like, oh, I smell it. This is a bait and switch. Look, it's Fisto and Clamp Champ. There's another black character. He was King Randor's personal bodyguard.
Mm-hmm.
That's how badass he was. But hey, you know, nobody gives a shit about the black characters, according to Ted Biaselli from Netflix. Backing up Smith's claim, He-Man voice actor Chris Wood added, Adam's not dead, he's very wounded. If you want to light the whole world on fire in terms of destroying a fandom, said Wood, you'd take He-Man out and be like, that's it, he's gone. Bye. Now what you've done is they've found really interesting ways to turn the dynamics of the show on its head and raise the stakes to a point that the original never saw.
We don't want that in our He-Man.
Yeah, that's it. We don't need you to kill.
He-Man.
Yeah, we don't need you to kill He-Man off. We don't need Parrot Head. I have battle damage He-Man and Skeletor.
Yeah, I remember those.
Papa John, I was listening to the Tim Pool podcast last night, and Papa John had mentioned, he loves basic things. And, the beauty of basic things is everything complex, all the real good complex things are always created through the filter of basic, of simple, of easy, and that's exactly what they're admitting to do, or they're admitting that they're doing right now with Masters of the Universe. They're taking something that's simple and they're intentionally trying to make it, they're taking a complex approach towards something simple, and they're kind of inverting that on its head, and they're making it a lot more than what Masters of the Universe is supposed to be. It's supposed to be almost like Hulk. He gets big, he bashes the bad guy's face in. You have a little side storyline going on, and that's it. You're not supposed to fucking kill off half the people and make heroic sacrifices. That's not Masters of the Universe, and it never was. So you're just taking the rules and principles from other franchises and applying them to Masters of the Universe. It sucks.
That's the problem with this deconstruction. The whole deconstruction of everything is you have these people that don't have talent, don't have a vision, and yet that's their modus operandi, is to tear down things that greater people than them have made, because it's easier to do that than to create something new.
I'm fine with them like trying to modernize it, like as far as the look and stuff, but keep the same like premise of the show. Like, you can get a little dark undertones, but not like go full into the grim dark when it comes to freaking He-Man.
Yeah, that's a bit much. Yeah, my fucking earbuds died. I had to put on the ghetto duct tape headphones.
If you want grim dark, that's what 40K is for.
Right? Yeah. They think this has got to go in everything. And it doesn't. You can still have lighthearted, fantasy entertainment, and that's what He-Man was. It was like the episodes really didn't have a ton of continuity to them. There was a general overarching theme, but it wasn't like, hey, there wasn't like little Easter eggs and callbacks, each episode from like a line that they said 4 episodes ago.
It was to give little boys a hero.
It's exactly it, and that's a problem. That's problematic now. That's toxic.
Yeah,
you can't have young men, young boys learning how to be, real men, because real masculinity is toxic to these bitches, and that's the problem, and that's why I raised my son to be a man, but he's a gentleman. He's 6 years old. He knows how to open doors for late, pull out chairs, do the things that you are supposed to be teaching. You should have been teaching your children to do this whole fucking time. Instead, we got a generation of entitled little pricks out there with literally no talent, and their hands out like this, like the world owes them everything, and the world owes you nothing except for life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness. There's no guarantee to any of them, but you goddamn have the right to go after them and make yourself happy. And that's the problem, and that's a good place to leave off for tonight, I think. That's it. Before I go into a whole tirade, I'm not going to do it. I'm too tired. I'm far too tired and worn down at this point for any more tirades. But I'll toss it around and let everybody go ahead and plug their channels and what they got coming up. I'm going to start with my co-host, Mr. Tony Tone Deaf.
Make Asians the Yellow Ranger again.
Yes.
Good Lord.
I'm taking a damn stand.
I'll go get the hat.
Who is the newest Yellow Ranger, to be honest?
I don't know.
No, man.
Man, head over to the Clown World Review for more racial epithets and stereotyping. Thank you, everyone. It was a great show, everyone on the panel. Thank you. It was great to meet you, Tim.
Yeah, nice to meet you as well.
Definitely. It's always good to stream with you, Draven. Always.
Yeah, same. Always a pleasure.
We're going to be We're going to be hanging out in Vegas soon.
Oh yeah,
I'm already here. Beat you by a few
I'm gonna have a
weeks.
heart attack at that burger place you're telling
Yeah.
me.
What
The
burger?
Heart Attack Grill.
Is that what it's called?
Yeah.
Holy
Yeah.
shit! When I come out there, you have to fucking take me there.
No,
Oh
a
my
patient, a fucking customer really did have a heart attack at the Heart Attack Grill. He was kind of a regular, but I mean, they don't fuck around. They serve butter thick shakes. I mean, they take a stick of butter and put it in the milkshake, you know? Like, fucking, if you're a regular there, you probably are going to have a heart attack, so
Oh my
it lives up to
God.
its name.
Oh my God! Well, thank you, Adam. I appreciate that, brother. Yeah, Adam did. Adam come up and hung out with me, man. He drove up. He drove up from the Hoosier State and hung out with me for the day. I got to get back down there to hang out with you and come pick up my
Yeah,
dog.
hell, Adam.
I know, man. And
Yeah,
again,
hell.
man, I'm sorry about Huggies, brother. They lost their last the original dogs the other day, which is very sad. But rest in peace, Huggies, man. But thanks, Tony, as always, bro. Thank you, man, for being here and being the co-host with the most, brother. I appreciate it, man.
Yeah, man. Thanks for having me.
Always, brother. Always, always. Draven, AngelousDraven. Go ahead, brother.
Hey guys, I'm AngelousDraven, Vampire of the Fandom Collective. I do gaming in that over on my channel. Tomorrow we have like gaming lounge at 5 p.m. Eastern. And then I work the next 2 days, so I won't be over there, but the guys will be. So we're going to be covering the shenanigans that is happening with Blizzard right now. And then this weekend, I'm going to be continuing my playthrough of Shadowbringers for Final Fantasy XIV. And the last stream I did was 10 hours long. So if you want to come for the long haul, I'll be playing through that.
Excellent, man. Excellent. Thank you for coming on short notice tonight, bro. I appreciate it, man.
Anytime.
Absolutely happy to have you on, man. Thanks for coming on again, Draven. And last but certainly not least, Mr. Tim Possible.
What's up, everyone? Yeah, tomorrow I'm having a show 7 p.m. ET, The Matrix versus Inception, which is better. We're kind of doing a roundtable, and then we're also having a poll on Twitter. I already started it to see what people think about it on Twitter, and then we're going to get a vote based on the panel. And yeah, at Kylo_Tim1. Thank you for having me on. It was a great time.
Oh, absolutely happy to have you on, man. We'll have you back on again. Absolutely, bro, for sure.
Yeah, it's good streaming with you.
Yeah, nice meeting everyone.
More formally this time.
Yeah, man. Let's see. So I guess that leaves me. So let's see here. Tomorrow you get the morning show at 9:30. I don't think Loudy is. I don't even think Loudy's back in the country yet. He might be. He may or may not still be. I don't know. I think he's back, but he might join me. He might not. He's newly married, so who knows if he'll be allowed to to play anymore. But no. So I'll be doing the morning show tomorrow for about an hour and a half, and then tomorrow night you can find me on Orville Nation at 5:30. I haven't been over there in like 3 weeks. I'm so excited to get back. I'm gonna have to watch the episode. Probably not tonight because it's 11:30 and I'm gonna hit the bong and go to bed. I'll check it out tomorrow though. I think we're around episode 12 or 13 of season 1. Was it 12 or 13? Something like that. So, but yeah, I'll be over there at 5:30 with PJ and the rest of the gang. And then Friday, you'll get a video. And I'm gonna try either Saturday or Sunday to get Galaxy High episode 7. Holy shit, it's been like 2 or 3 months since I've done an I Love the 80s video, so I owe you guys that. And any more He-Man news that comes out, or I'm working on a Batwoman video right now, but I'm just waiting to gather up enough news because they keep dropping little casting, like they just casted Renee Montoya and one other character in the show, which I'm sure Renee Montoya will undoubtedly, indubitably, unquestionably, unequivocally be one of, ladies and gentlemen,
The lesbian!
because every woman in Gotham is a lesbian. That's a rule in the CW's Arrowverse, and Caroline Dries, you stupid fucking cow, block me on Twitter. We coming for you, Caroline. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. I'm not doing the rest of the line. Relax, censors. If I was to say the rest of the line, you know what it would be. You know what people would say. They would say, and I'm not going there. I'm not doing it. I'm not doing it. So with that being said, ladies and gentlemen,
Well.
I got nothing else. That's it, literally. This has been a fucking great show. The chat's been fire tonight. We got Keely Chow, Superfan Adam Shawhan, Chris Wicks. Chris Wicks, thank you, man. Phoenix Animation, what is going on, bro? You need to DM me. We got to get a plan set because that Comic-Con in Grand Rapids is coming up, man. I get to go hang out with you, and then I'm being at Horror Hound in September over in Cincinnati. So, yeah, this is going to be fun. I'm looking forward to this, bro. I'm good, man. Phoenix, I'm good. DM me. Who else we got? So Keely Chow, Superfan Adam Shawhan, Manliness and Motivation. He says, Etep is the second most famous Egyptian Jew after Moses. You hear that, Tone Deaf?
I did.
You hear me? Oh! Anyway. Brutal Morningwood. Fucking elves. Parrot Head. Glinzer. Who else? I'm scrolling up here. Greg Levitri, creator of Gun Demon, was here. And speaking of Gun Demon, go over and hit Greg up on Twitter. Support Gun Demon on Indiegogo. Vinny Tardamella, man. Shadow of the Kraken is in demand. The Carla, Vampire Hunter, that's in demand. Witch Hunter is in demand right now for her. You got Red Gaze, you got Sunsworn, you got Katie with Bonds the Drive, man. The box art on that looks fucking gorgeous. There are so many amazing independent creators just kicking ass right now. Support them. Fuck this mainstream shit. They don't want you. They want your money. They don't give a shit about you. You're just a fucking number to them. You're literally, that's all you are, is just a little number to them. So give your money to the people who appreciate it. And I appreciate your time, man, because time is an irreplaceable commodity, and you have chosen to spend your evening here with us. So the least we could do is entertain you a little bit. I'm Etepo Queen of the Place to Be Reviews. I have been here with all of yous. And remember, if I don't see you, have a great day, a pleasant tomorrow. I'll catch you on the next one. And it is always better to burn out than fade away. Star-Lord, you toxic white male son of a bitch. Take him home. We out.